put the phone away or pay. Paid for by NetSide.
Smalls here. What if you could enjoy the flavor of a cocktail without the alcohol? Meet RK Zero Proof, a pioneer in the alcohol-free spirits category that delivers bold taste and a warming sensation, but with zero alcohol, zero sugar, zero carbs, and zero calories. So you can celebrate with friends, unwind after a long day, and wake up tomorrow feeling great. It's all the ritual of a drink without the regret. Discover RK at rkbeverages.com. That's ARKAY beverages.com. RK, the spirit without the alcohol.
322 on a live imaging Tuesday, presented by Providence. Let's do it, the Travis and DeMarco Show. Your Tuesday afternoon right now. Yeah, I made a mistake when I said it.
What's your schedule today like, Chris?
You know what?
Hey, Travis, hand me those red ones. Thank you.
Why don't you just buy headphones?
Why don't you shut up?
Well, no, you're doing...
Just shut up and leave me alone.
You know,
already start with me.
Of the Power
You
Six...
haven't even said
I
hello
love this
yet.
already.
Of the Power Six hosts, which are the 6 hosts with their own show here, all 6 of them have their own headphones. At this level, you would think that...
So what's your point?
Go to Amazon.com, order these Sony MDR 7506s.
Thank you, Travis.
You're welcome.
That's
DeMarco.
what Travis is wearing. That's what I'm wearing. I think that's what Laura's wearing.
Laura
in
and
there.
DeAndre.
Well, I bought DeAndre those when he started
Yes.
on the
Oh, you bought his
Dang,
headphones?
I want
Yeah.
that.
Oh, okay.
Well, it was a personal gift from one
See?
friend to another.
Crop top. He's buying you gifts.
Yeah,
Watch
sorry,
out for the
buddy.
baby oil.
What are you doing for
Watch
him,
out
B?
for the baby oil. That's
Listen,
coming next.
Now it makes sense. Now
I
it makes
don't-
I
I
didn't
don't
get
know why
headphones
D-
from Chris.
Let me take you
I don't know why
shopping.
Dee's afraid of bears, but he can make you less scared if you want.
I
Scared
told
of
him we got to
bears.
take him to the Abbey.
Yeah, I'm okay.
What is the Abbey? What's the Abbey?
It's a brunch spot, isn't it?
Club.
It
Oh,
is a
club.
brunch
Oh.
stop,
Yeah.
brunch spot during the day, but at
Okay.
night
It's
Oh.
a club.
Yeah, it's a
That's
club
how I
in West
know it.
Hollywood.
It goes through
Okay.
a metamorphosis at
I
night.
forgot
It
what that
does.
all
Okay.
girls club was.
Oh, it's a whole thing, Trav.
This-
Yeah.
Remember
I'm
the all
good.
girls
I don't-
club? Madonna was always there.
No,
I
I
can't
don't-
remember what it was
I
called.
don't. I don't.
It'll come to me. Yeah.
Well, we need to get you headphones, your own headphones.
These work just fine.
Yeah, but
What?
Oh,
why
I
don't you-
forgot your mic condom. Hold on.
Yeah, well, is that why he's not close to the mic?
I am on the mic. Talk to Travis. You're always messing with me.
You never really answered my question.
There you
Which
go.
part?
What your schedule's like this afternoon?
I am all yours until 6 p.m.
Oh, good. I
All yours.
I just like to know what I'm in for,
Yes.
DeMarco. I like to know what's going on.
What are you dressed up for? Oh,
This
it's the Masters.
It's Masters,
Masters
Week.
Week.
Are you geeked?
Yeah, that's why I'm in Masters gear.
Okay.
From our friends at Sunday Swagger, wearing a different outfit every day as we begin for the tradition, unlike any other,
Yeah.
at Augusta National Golf Club on
Back to back,
Thursday.
you think? Rory?
Listen, going back to back is
Doesn't happen very
incredibly
often.
difficult.
Doesn't happen very
And
often.
considering it took everything Rory had mentally to pull this one off, I would say no. But maybe it's just easier after the first.
That's what I'm thinking, that the monkey's off his back.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to press. Like, even when he won last year, he nearly tricked it off 5 different times.
He did.
He held on, he got it done, and he finally completed the career Grand Slam, all of that. But I wonder if just knowing that he can, knowing that he has, doesn't free him up a little bit.
Nicholas Faldo and Tiger back to back.
It
doesn't happen very
it
often.
does not happen
65,
very often.
66, Faldo did. Oh, senior in high school, 89, 90, and Tiger 2000, 2001. No, 2001, 2002.
Yep.
Back to back.
Yep.
Wow. Doesn't happen.
Eldrick. And
He's hanging in Switzerland right now.
He got the hell out of here.
Poor Eldrick.
Yeah, getting
Some stuff.
Getting some help.
Meanwhile, no, I would love, I think for the story, Rory going back to back, I don't think that's really going to happen. I think you could see Scotty, of course, he's always in play. And I'm a big Brooks guy now, so I would love that.
That
I
ain't
would
happening.
love, it's not happening
Yeah.
yet. Give him a couple more years back on the PGA.
Maybe.
And then can you imagine Brooks and his, sort of redneck wife, rich redneck wife now,
Very.
walking into Augusta National, planning out the Champions
menu?
Dinner? Oh, it would be so amazing. Oh,
She would be involved. We know that.
Oh, yeah.
She would have
Who's this?
input.
his wife, Jenna Sims.
That's Mrs. Kepka.
What am I
Listen.
missing?
Well,
She's just
she's
very
a
fun.
She's a
She's
model, but she's very
present on
very
social.
present.
She's very present on social media.
She's
She's
the way
involved in Brooks's businesses.
Stafford level involved?
No.
Or more.
More. Yeah.
More.
More.
Jada Pinkett?
Warmer.
Oh.
Okay.
Warmer.
Are we getting close?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Like it.
Very involved.
Involved.
Very involved. Okay.
You will not have to look far for her wherever he is.
Got it.
The
Okay.
way they are, the reason they are married and dating is because she slid in his DMs.
Oh, that's how. What's her name again?
Jenna Sims.
Jenna Sims. Okay, was she famous before?
I think she was a model or something.
Yeah,
But
Okay.
she slid in his DMs, and that's how they became an item. But she's very redneck in a good way, in a fun way.
Okay.
Like before she got pregnant and stuff, she would post how hungover she was and the McDonald's bags. She actually is because I remember when Travis and I went to
Not
the
necessarily a bad thing.
when Travis and I went to the 2020 Genesis weeks before the world shut down.
Yeah, it was like a couple of days before.
We were very anti-Brooks because Brooks was kind of the meathead of the group. I didn't really like him. He had an attitude. Jenna really softened him on social media.
Oh, really?
And that because then the pandemic happened, so they were posting nonstop.
Well, Brooks basically said he's only going to show up and try 4 times a year. That was the part that was kind of unappealing about him. Is
Right.
that if it wasn't a major, he
said that?
Yeah.
Basically
Basically said that?
with in so many words. And he did show up at all the 2-time U.S. Open, 2-time PGA, I think it is, and he's a terrific
Well, if
player.
you're going to show up, you might as well.
No, he showed up when it matters, but he did not care about the rest of that
What's
stuff.
West Palm Beach, Florida like? You guys ever been there?
Well, we
That's
have
where he's
a
from.
radio station there, ESPN West Palm.
What's that
I've
area
never
like?
been there.
Oh, okay. I'm looking up.
I know that
background.
there's a lot of golf and a lot of rich
a lot
people.
of golf. There you
Yeah.
go. A lot of rich
Yeah.
people.
If
Okay.
you watch Full Swing, I think season 1, you'll see his house.
That's when it's all glass back.
Yeah, and that's
it's
when
pretty
he was
nice.
making his decision to live, and now he's back.
And he's back.
And now he's back.
Didn't work out the way he was hoping for.
He got paid though, and he only had to
Yeah.
give $50 million of it back.
Yeah, and he's on a timeout on the PGA Tour for
listen.
about a year and a half.
Yeah, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
So it is Masters Week. How great would it also be if Bryson wins?
I would like that. No, I'm not a Bryson fan, but I love watching Bryson play. If you understand that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
Like I don't root for him, but I like when he's in the mix.
But can't his game win at Augusta?
Power game.
I don't know.
I
don't
love
know.
his game.
He seems to. That does not seem like a course where you really overpower the place all that much, or at least around the greens you can't do it like that. But he's fun to watch, and he's super good TV.
If I could golf, that's what it would look like.
Bryson DeChambeau,
Just
he hits it a mile.
Yeah.
He hits it a mile.
I don't know where it's going. It's just
He'll
going
tell you
down
about
that
it
way.
too.
Yeah.
Well, tonight, Lakers Thunder.
Oh,
now, see,
geez.
why do you have to do that? We got to keep hope alive, man.
Really?
You
What?
keep the
Hope and fear.
Chris, I'm going to go to the,
I'm the negative.
Gregory
You
Arthur
actually-
Bergman School of Content
But
really
no,
quickly.
I'm going to rewind the tape way before the Gregory Arthur School of Content.
Yeah.
I told Cappy this morning. He would have never survived the most legendary program director we ever had here, Mike Thompson, School
Yeah.
of Content.
Yes.
As you know, Mike brought you in. He brought me.
He did.
Well, actually, he didn't bring me in, but leadership brought me in around the same time with Mike. Mike was big on hope and fear.
Yes. You do the hope, I'll do the fear.
Okay.
We can ham and egg this thing because I would be lying through my teeth if I was trying to sell any hope right now. You may have it, and yours may be legitimate
It has
and
no-
truthful.
you have no hope.
I
do.
have no hope for what
Chris,
is about to
stop.
happen.
Here's the
tonight.
thing.
None.
No.
They
no.
don't have to win this week.
No, they don't.
They
And
don't.
I'm not
And they're
saying
not
that there's
going
no
to.
hope for a playoff series. I think there's a glimmer of hope, not much more than a glimmer, but for what's going to happen tonight, stop.
Well,
Stop.
no, tonight it was a great move resting LeBron tonight.
LeBron James is the only way they're going to win a playoff series.
Yes.
LeBron has to go nuclear 2015 LeBron James to find a way to do it. And he might be able to do it. I don't think I'd bet on it, but it's a
And
possibility.
it still might not be enough.
It still might not be
It
enough.
might not
Still might
because
not
of
be
what's on the roster around him.
Yes,
But
you got the
imagine
worst bench in basketball.
Imagine the story.
It
If
would
he
be
puts
great.
the team on his back in the first round of the playoffs,
It would be great.
he fights through. They win. Then in the second round, Austin Reeves and Luka rejoin.
Cavalry shows up.
And then what? You lose again?
Well, you might lose, but it's still an amazing story.
I told them yesterday, if I'm the Lakers, you probably don't see Luka for the rest of the year. The last thing I want is my number one asset out there aggravating a hamstring that goes into next year.
Yeah, but if you need to make a playoff run, and you're trying to make a playoff run.
Okay, and then to do what? To bump into
Here's the
Denver?
thing.
To bump into OKC?
They played him
Please.
down 30 to the best team in the league. They're clearly willing to push it a little bit.
I thought that was strategic. We talked about that yesterday.
Well, I mean,
If
in the
you're-
first half, you could tell something was off with him and Austin.
He got hurt in the second quarter.
Yeah.
They were down 31 at the half to the best team in the league.
And
in
with
their
no chance of
gym.
can't
coming
wave
back.
the white flag there. That's
Why?
Because you're going to see them down the road.
Well, that would have been smarter to
If-
wave the white flag
but
there.
This is
than-
before we knew Luka was gone.
But
You're
he'd
gonna
gotten hurt in the second quarter.
I know. So but the last thing you want to do is roll up the white flag
No,
and say we're surrendering.
I disagree.
You
The
come
last
back and
thing
fight
you want
with
to
them a little
do is lose Luka Doncic for the rest of the season, lose him for the rest of the playoffs. And if there's even a slim possibility of him re-aggravating that thing, I think you got to shut him down.
I think he
Had
was
it
done
been
when he
20,
got hurt. Yeah.
go do it. It
Right.
was 31 to the best team in the league with a half to go. They're never going to win that game. They're never going to win that game.
But I don't think JJ knew the guy was hurt. I think but you have to
But
go.
they cleared him at the half. That's
But you
the
have
point.
to go back out and play. The
I
one
disagree.
thing you can't do is wave the white flag.
Oh,
there.
I would have
especially
run
with
up
the team that you're getting ready to play.
Bed sheet
maybe
size white flag.
Really?
Oh,
That's-
Because
yeah.
you were
that's sending
getting
the wrong message.
Yeah.
But you were getting your head beaten
But
in.
that's
You
sending
weren't
the-
going to come back.
Okay, that's sending the wrong message. We can make them quit.
Well, that didn't work out.
I
Instead,
know.
he's now gone.
I'm not. I'm
It's a
not.
complete disaster.
We got to play better from the beginning. Once the game is halfway over and we're down 31, that game's over.
I
I'm
know,
not
but-
quitting. I'm
but
living to
running
fight
up
another
the
day.
flagpole, the white. That's you're quitting. You're pulling them out.
I'm
We
quitting in
can't
the
beat
second
them.
half.
Yeah.
I am. Because
Right.
I'm getting ready to
I
play
think that's
another
the wrong
day
message.
and go do it.
But
Luka's
that-
in
but-
where'd he go? Spain.
But I don't.
Like the
I don't
worst
think that
outcome
game
came.
I don't think that game hurt him. I think everything up until like the entire March, his entire run hurt him. Not just that
he
game.
got hurt in the second quarter. He was limping around. Like we
Right.
saw it. Had he just all of a sudden in the third quarter gone, ugh, it's like, okay, what are you going to do? But they went in halftime with him basically on one leg. It was, I
got
I
cleared.
cannot.
Go
I
play.
know that's the weird part about the
Go
whole
play.
thing.
Right.
Well, that's the same argument though. If he gets cleared again in the playoffs, then go play, right?
Right. I don't think you're going to make it there. That's the
Yeah.
thing. And when it's hurt and it's a 4 to 6 week deal, right? And you're hoping for 4.
Yeah.
That's the wrong way to treat a hamstring. And he's my number one asset.
Yeah.
I think he might. You're done.
What if-
Absolutely done.
What if him going to out of the country to get stem cells and get all those shots is motivating for this team as far as to try to expand their season in order for him to return and also what if that is like a motivation factor for LeBron and the rest of his Lakers team to see what they can
I think it's
do?
possible.
You know what I mean?
I think it's possible. I would let if we're letting the doctors decide to play in that second half, I'll let the doctors decide. If they say 4 weeks, okay, let's go do 4 weeks again. I'd give it a
and
shot.
then he does it
We'll see.
again.
Yeah, I mean, we've already seen it once.
I know.
What's one more,
And then he
what's one
does
more
it
time
again,
around the
right.
track? Yeah, it was. What sucks is, and we can pick this up on the other side when we come back, is that I think it not only changes, obviously, the last, what do they have, 4 games left? They got 4 games left in the regular season. It obviously changes what is likely to happen in the first round. I'm not so sure it doesn't change what happens in the offseason, too, because
Great
what
point.
could have been an incredible momentum builder going into the offseason could just be a big splat at the end of the line, and all of those good vibes are out the window.
Or amazing happens. Amazing happens. You can't give up hope.
The hope.
You can't give up the hope.
Oh, my
hope.
God.
Puppy power!
Join ESPN
Really?
LA for a Lakers watch party tonight at Kelsey's inside Pechanga Resort Casino in Temecula. Enjoy the game, score autographed Lakers basketballs, and enter for your chance to win Lakers playoff tickets. Spots are limited. You can make your reservation now at ESPNLA.com or just head there. Just head there to Kelsey's inside Pechanga Resort Casino. Is your mouth open because
I'm sorry. It's Kobe highlights. It just, yeah. Every time I
man,
see
you
that
are
guy
like
play.
you're like the kid with the shiny ball, huh? Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino, the official Native American resort and casino of the Los Angeles Lakers.
Don't
Trying to
even
think
try.
what kind of ball is shiny.
Don't try to figure that out, Travis. Let that one go by.
Yeah, I'm just.
Yeah. Don't.
That one kind of
That
stuck
didn't
in
need
there.
review.
Well, a ball like a silver ball could be shiny.
Okay, like a marble.
Yeah, a marble.
Okay.
You put a marble in front of this kid, he'll follow it. Well, we'll get DeAndre
my
likes
favorite
that, right?
review of the ABS system happened yesterday. Did you guys see Kyle Schwarber's? You mentioned the tap,
Yeah,
head
yeah.
tap. It's a full count. The umpire rings him up, and he just taps and starts taking off all his gear and walking to first base. He's like, he was so certain that it was a ball, he just starts walking
Good
down
for
there.
him.
It's terrific.
I like
loved
the
every
ABS.
minute of it.
Yeah.
About 2.5 minutes. You want to do that? The DeMarco Travis afternoon show. We'll continue. You got to read?
No.
Oh, the DeMarco Travis afternoon show. Because you looked at me like you wanted the baton. I didn't know.
Just looking at you.
We're back in 2.5 minutes from right now.
Purple and gold blooded. The Lake Show play here.
Tonight, the purple and gold are back at Crypto.com Arena, and the Lake Show are looking for some payback on OKC.
Grab by LeBron. Grab by Arabia. Ahead to Reeves. Alley-oop to LeBron. Slam dunk. Highlight play of the month.
Lakers Thunder from downtown LA. Coverage begins tonight at 6 p.m.
Every dribble, every dunk. This is the home of the Lakers. 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
Los Angeles, your chance to win an Aston Martin is waiting for you at Hard Rock Casino Tajon. Unity by Hard Rock members can receive entries on Thursdays and Saturdays in April for a chance to win a 2026 Aston Martin. Not a member yet? Signing up is easy. Visit casino.hardrock.com/Tajon. That's casino.hardrock.com/Tajon. Or download the Unity by Hard Rock app. Hard Rock Casino Tajon. The easiest drive from downtown LA. Details at casino.hardrock.com/Tajon.
Hey, it's John Ireland. Watching a Laker game is so much more than just a game. It's the moments before tip-off, the people you're with, and the food you're sharing. That's why I love BBGO. BBGO is perfect for at-home watch parties or a night of hoops. Their food is bold and packed with flavor, bowls for a quick meal, dumplings and fried rice for everyone at the table. Vibe on a wave of Korean food and culture with BBGO. Look for BBGO at your local grocery store in the Asian and freezer aisles. BBGO for it and bring something different to the table.
Hey, it's Cap. Thinking about selling your home? Seller's Advantage makes it easy. No commissions, no open houses, and no costly repairs. With Seller's Advantage, we'll make you a fair, competitive cash offer with no surprises. Check out what one of the sellers had to say. Seller's Advantage was a lot easier, faster, and more rewarding than listing my house. I worried about getting a low offer, but theirs matched the value I was hoping for and much higher than their competitors. They gave me time to decide, and the process was friendly, fast, and anxiety-free. I highly recommend Seller's Advantage. Call Seller's Advantage today. 888-390-AS-IS, 888-390-AS-IS, 888-390-2747, or visit sellersadvantage.com for your free, no obligation cash offer. That's sellersadvantage.com.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
Providence Realty, DRE number 019-15-21-2.
You've said it before. This will only take a second. Just a quick glance. A fast reply. But on the road, seconds don't wait for you. They decide everything. Who stops, who doesn't, who makes it home. So next time your phone lights up, ask yourself, is this distraction worth a ticket or even a life? Put the phone away or pay. Paid for by NHTSA.
Pros, just because something on the job runs out doesn't mean you have to. Order it on the Lowe's app. My Lowe's Pro Rewards members get free same-day delivery on eligible orders over $25. Get the fasteners, hardware, or tools you need to keep the job moving. Order by 2 p.m. and get eligible in-stock items delivered right to your job site by 8 p.m. Members get more at Lowe's. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Subject to availability, restrictions, and terms at lowes.com/shipping terms. Subject to change.
3:39 on a Live MD Tuesday, presented by Providence. Little chic, huh? You do a little disco today, DeAndre? You would be a great, you'd be a great disco queen.
Oh my
if you showed up at Studio 54 with the crop top on, the chains hanging down.
Have we set a date on when you're going to wear that shirt?
No, chocolate decadence, baby. Chocolate decadence.
Sooner than later, right?
Yeah, why not?
So, if you don't know, DeAndre finished last place in the Mason Ireland bracket challenge. A lot of people thought Bergie or I would go, but Michigan saved me. So I ended up finishing third, I think.
You were near the top.
Yeah. But
you know
DeAndre finished last.
I was leading throughout the whole entire March Madness, and that second round
Houston
got me.
screwed you.
Yeah, Houston screwed me big time.
And that means that you will have to complete the last place challenge, which is the Ride the D crop top. The Metro Ride the D t-shirts they made. Well, we're going to change one into a crop top. And you're going to have to wear it.
That's not a problem at all with me.
What?
That's what of all the people that could have lost, you're the least interesting one to me because you're the fittest person here.
Yeah, but I'll watch.
We'll see.
I'm only wearing it in studio.
No, we going to take some pictures.
That picture's
too.
going everywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
I want to watch you walk out your front door, walk to your car,
Absolutely.
Get in the car, get out, walk through the parking lot, come up the elevator
will not
here.
Be the only place you're seeing
like the
with
whole
that
thing. Go out to dinner, like go to Yard House after the show. And
Travis, let's run a billboard.
Yeah. Well, if nothing else, we should take him out to dinner that night or something.
Absolutely.
You have to wear it the rest of the way.
Grease you up.
Yeah.
There you go.
There's my best
grease
friend.
you up.
Grease you up. Yes.
Yeah.
By the way, if we take you to Mastro's in that crop top down the street, you will get swooped up in a moment.
Not Ocean's Mastro's? The one that
this one right here.
Yeah, right down.
Or we take you to Javier's right here in downtown
You'll
LA,
be going home in a Bentley.
yeah.
Might be yours by the end of the night.
Now, we don't know which, it could be either side of the side, could be either side that's driving you, but either way, you're going to be taken care of.
Wow.
341. Lakers Thunder. Coverage starts at 6 p.m. with Beto and Michael, the Toyota Lakers countdown to tip-off. Lakers Thunder. Now, LeBron's sitting. I have to go to the game. I have to make an appearance.
Yeah.
So, but I'll be doing it quickly.
I was going to say, will the appearance be concluded by the end of the first quarter?
I hope so.
That seems to be the right amount of time.
I think so.
Yeah. Just come in, shake the hands, do the Morales, and then GTFO.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Yeah.
I kind of want to see what JJ does with this.
But this is, I hear what you're saying, but the problem is there's not much to be done.
Well, I mean, the one thing I guess you can say, just don't embarrass yourself. There's a way to get blown out without being embarrassed.
Yeah, I don't know if they'll get blown out, but
if you don't go out there and turn the ball over 30 times, look like something.
Who's going to have the ball in their hands?
That's what I mean. Slow it down.
Yeah,
I don't know. Yeah. Make them. Don't embarrass yourself.
You guys may have covered a lot of this yesterday, but just seeing what happened against Dallas, LeBron was really, really good. Kennard had a triple-double. And they still gave up nearly 150 points to a really crummy Dallas team. It's just there is no solution for this equation.
They were so bad on defense, I missed Luka.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. And now you take LeBron out of the mix. That, OKC still has games that they need to play, that they still need to go out and win. I don't think they're going to – I put it this way. I bet you tonight's score is closer than the one they had in Oklahoma City 4 or 5 days ago.
Oh, yeah.
But because I don't think OKC is going to do the thing where they run it out. What are they, up 42 or 3 against the Lakers in OKC last week?
Yeah.
I think this will be one of these – they get up 20, 25 or whatever it is and just kind of stay ahead and keep it on cruise control at that point.
Or they're up by 25 and let you come back just to close it out and they win by 12.
Something like that. Yeah, something like that.
Just don't turn it over. Have a cohesive plan. Whatever you were planning to do, at least let us see it, even if it's not going to work. You know what I mean?
Here's what they've got left. They got OKC tonight at Golden State, and then they close with 2 home games, Phoenix and Utah.
At Golden State with LeBron and this group. What are you thinking?
They lost. They lost to Dallas. Golden State's better than Dallas.
Cooper Flagg was on fire.
He was?
He was on fire. I'll give him that. And you almost, you could have. I just wonder, Golden State with LeBron, that old thing. I wonder how that goes.
Looked pretty good. Was against the Rockets the other night where he was just
26.
making everything. Yeah, I mean, it's Steph Curry can do it by himself too, and he doesn't need to do it by himself. So that Golden State
one in the game.
I really Utah maybe the last one.
Maybe Utah's trying to lose,
but but so was
Dallas.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Now Utah may not have a Cooper Flagg on their team that can kind of do what he did, but when you look at what they have, they're going to finish 4th or 5th. They're going to play Houston most likely. It's just a question of whether or not we start the series here or in Houston.
So this is just the funny thing. I feel bad for Braun in this respect, that when you do make it to the playoffs, you're probably going to get swept, right?
Most likely.
And that's going to go on your ledger. That sucks.
But
context matters.
I know.
Out of his
really
control.
does. It really does. But it is sad to watch him go out on a sweep.
The context matters to me.
And that could be the last time he's in a Laker uniform, theoretically.
Could be. We can get into that. But again, it's not like if they had their full complement of guys and they got swept, that would be an ugly way to go out because that would be you just didn't have it. But if he's out there and the next best guy on the team is Jake LaRavia.
Everybody knows, but while you're going through, historically, it ain't going to matter. But while he's going through the sweep, guess what we're going to be talking about?
I mean, it just sucks because, you try to look at ways that they can try to win these games, or even if they were to match up with the Houston Rockets, and we've seen them have success against the Houston Rockets. Of course, Luka and Ospreys were in that game. And I try to remain optimistic as far as the defense and how they can do and try to replicate what they did in those 2 games around the road against the Houston Rockets and carry that over to the playoffs. And it's like you kind of look at it like, okay, probably they could possibly, force the ball to Kevin Durant's hands and make others work and stuff like that. But you look at the offensive side, and you look at, you don't have your 40-point, your 32-point per game score,
right?
And you don't have your other.
You needed that
every game in the month of March.
Every game you needed that, and you don't have it. Where do you get that?
And then you look at Austin Reeves. If Luka Doncic wasn't getting going, if it took him a little bit longer to get going, and Austin Reeves was that secondary ball handler for them.
Even if they have an offensive resurgence, let's just say that LeBron can turn back the clock 10 years and he can drop 50,
and you go on and you get hot from behind the arc.
Sure.
Okay.
They still can't stop anybody.
That's true.
That's the problem. Like I honestly think that I was going to say that they have a problem on both ends, clearly. But I think the problem on the defensive end is actually more problematic to fix than the off, because the offensive end could be maybe Luke Kennard can't miss.
You hit
maybe
and they're
LeBron
cold, right? You never know.
They can't stop.
You know what?
Anybody.
The thing you actually need to win a series, they can't even do. What you need to do is goon it up.
No, they don't do that either.
You don't have it.
No,
you don't even have that coming off the bench.
No,
you can't hack anybody.
The formula that they had, I don't want to say stumbled into, the formula that they had developed over the last month or so was LeBron sliding into the third option, Austin Reeves elevating into the second option, Luka going nuclear hot offensively, and everybody bringing that floor up.
Credible defense. Yeah.
It was all of it, and it worked, and it was effective. Now, all of those pieces with these three guys, and hopefully LeBron is able to come back, and I assume that he will be. But without Luka and without Reeves, it's like, it's just
and I'm going to keep saying
all the bullet out of my gun.
And I said this, like his legacy is solidified. But imagine if LeBron does, like Chris says, drags this rock up a hill and gets them out of the first round.
Amazing.
Conversations change heading into the offseason. Once again,
you would bring him back next year. You would.
Oh, you have to at that point.
But what do you pay him?
Doesn't matter.
Oh, it matters.
No, you figure it out. You figure it out.
Oh, it matters.
It matters.
I really think, I've been all over the possibility of no way he's coming back to he's absolutely coming back. And now I've kind of settled in. I think he's probably more likely to come back than not. But I think it depends on how much they're willing to work with him on the economics.
And vice versa.
Yeah. If he is insistent on being a max player or close to it, I think it gives the Lakers a pretty easy way to say, we just can't do this. This doesn't make any sense. Because look at what they just went through. They just went through the end of the season where their two guys are breaking down. LeBron is being asked to do all of these other things.
I don't want to be the guy to ask LeBron to take a pay cut.
No, I wouldn't want to do it
guy.
either, but it's the only way that we can get better, because what we're talking about, right? Where if guys are down, you got to have more good players on the team. You got to have a deeper roster. You got to have more talent. And if LeBron is sucking up all of the economics of this, I can't go fix the other problems. I can't get younger. I can't get more athletic. I can't get more defensive.
Then the Lakers should go Ballmer and pay him a different way. Because how much money are they making off him?
Yeah, no.
Because I'm sure he knows that number too.
I'm sure he does. And I'm not saying he's wrong to be asking for whatever it is that he ultimately asked for, but that doesn't mean they have to give it to him.
This is true. But it's like I said, it would be hard for me to walk up and tell LeBron, I got to pay you less money.
Here's
having
the pitch.
To watch what I've been doing.
Here's the pitch. The pitch is, look, we would love to pay you as much as we possibly can, but we're also want to make sure that we can surround you with a team that's got a chance to win in what would likely be. We want to do your farewell tour in a Laker uniform. We want to make sure that all of these things are done. But we also don't want to go through another season where we're not quite moving the ball down the field, where we're just doing this all over again. And we figured out a good chunk of it. You figured out a good chunk of it by putting him into that third option, by making sure that everybody else understands their assignments. But we've got to get better, and that costs money. We want to support you with these other guys.
Doesn't it seem weird to you? And it's just economics. It is what it is. And I know he's made a mint. LeBron never has to work again. Neither does his kids or anybody else.
Sure.
In a world where Austin Reeves makes more than he does.
Yeah, it's bizarre. But that's just the landscape of pro sports, right?
I know, but
you're right.
But in the present, it's weird. Like, you're going to make less than him.
I know. It's very weird.
Yeah, right.
It's very weird.
We got to pay him by taking money from you. In a way.
They do.
In a way.
And it is weird, but that's how this goes sometimes.
Or you have to play someplace else.
Yeah. Again, this is something that the leverage is not all on one side.
Right.
It's distributed among both sides, both parties. They both have something that the other guy wants.
This is true.
They both have some opportunities to do it. But I do think that what happens between now and whenever it ends informs some of these decisions.
Call Uncle whatever his name is.
Dennis?
Yeah, Uncle Dennis.
Yeah.
Uncle Dennis will work it out.
Yeah.
You'll get you can own the Kings.
Plant a tree here or there, and we're off to the
there
races.
You go.
I think I saw Trudell walk in. I think he's going to join us coming up here in just a little bit. We got the far side around the corner as well.
Yay.
Continue the conversation about the Lakers. Chris, do you have a read?
What's on tap today on ESPN LA? I just don't like you that much.
Why?
I don't know. It's the green shirt today. I think
What's
it's
wrong
bothering.
with the green shirt?
I don't know. It's like it reminded me of the Seahawks.
Like, I just don't like you
It is
today.
Seahawk green.
Yeah, it's
The
Seahawks
neon-y
green.
It's
I'm
just
shocked
hot-
you're
it's
wearing
just
that.
hot outside.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
why don't you wear a tank top? That you look good in a tank
I'm not
top.
wearing a tank top. That's crop top guy over there. There's your man right there. Yeah.
What's on tap today on ESPN LA? The Lakers are back home to take on the Thunder. The Toyota Lakers countdown with Ben Durant starts at 6 p.m. with tip-off at 7:30. Catch it on your afternoon drive on 7:10 a.m. or in crystal clear digital audio on the all-new ESPN LA app. Brought to you by Michelob Ultra, a superior taste worth playing for. The official beer sponsor of the Los Angeles Lakers. Please enjoy responsibly. That's the green, man.
Is it really?
Yeah.
It is Seahawk colors.
It is. You know
it's Seahawk green.
This was a gift. So,
All right.
yeah.
All right.
And it was light. It was hot, sunny. Yeah.
Hotter than it was when you were
sunny.
in the woods for a week?
Actually, it was cold up there.
Was
man.
it cold in the
was
woods?
Super cold.
Oh, that's right. You're at elevation.
Oh, so you're a parent. I'll wait. I'll save it.
Barely.
We're going up to the mountains. There's bears. It's cold.
I don't do wild animals.
What kind of bears?
But you're sending your kid up there, right?
Sure.
You might want to send some shoes and a jacket. You know, what we doing?
Yeah, they'll be fine.
See,
they're
look at
pretty
you.
resilient. They'll figure it out. Trudell's going to step in coming up in just a second. It's DeMarco and Travis, ESPN LA.
ESPN LA is black and gold. Follow LAFC on the quest for trophies all season long. Every match, every pass, every goal. The home of LAFC is 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
Hey LA, it's Bethel Duran. Head to Northridge Toyota and Wondering Toyota today and drive off in a brand new, beautiful 2026 Toyota Tacoma SR5 for just $209 a month on a 36-month lease. $209 for a Tacoma? You already know it's got to be Northridge and Wondering Toyota. Your trade-in is your down payment. It's a limited time offer. Nobody's going to take care of you like my guys at Wondries and Northridge Toyota.
2026 Toyota Tacoma SR5 iForce 2.4-cylinder turbo 5-foot bed. Double cab 4x2 RWD model. MSRP $40,628. Base 10,000 miles per year and excludes tax, title, license, and dollar fees.
Looking for a vodka with standards? Blue Ice delivers. American-made from Idaho potatoes, gluten-free, non-GMO, and only 64 calories an ounce. Enjoy the classic Huckleberry with lemonade or award-winning double espresso. Blue Ice vodka, premium taste, nothing extra.
It's about time delivery worked on your schedule. Same day, next day, or scheduled in advance. However you plan it, the Home Depot delivers the whole job. From drywall to doors, plumbing to paint, we'll get it there when you need it. Because on the job site, timing is everything. You order, we deliver. It's that easy. The Home Depot Pro. It's about time.
My name is Christine, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, was a healthy 34-year-old, and 3 months later, he was gone. Thankfully, he had life insurance. Ethos made it so easy. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. 100% online, no medical exam. Life insurance didn't take away the loss, but it did give us the space to just grieve.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. Ethos.com/game. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Oh, yes, indeed. You put on that crop top to this. D,
I'm telling you.
You won't go home alone. Especially if you do it in Palm Springs, where Trudell just came from. Trudell, can you imagine DeAndre in a Ride the D crop top, pink shorts, white shoes, this playing in the background as he walks down the street? Woo!
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
He'll be a millionaire by the end of the weekend.
So I think that's a winning proposal right there.
That's right. Come on now.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Just got to breathe deep, y'all. 3:55 on a live imaging Tuesday presented by Providence. Travis, don't give me that look.
I wasn't listening. What'd you say?
It's time for, I don't remember. What did you
Trudell.
choose? Oh, Trudell's here.
That's me.
What's going on?
What's happening?
I'm here.
You have any positive news about the Lakers?
Look, it was just
It's
coming
almost
out.
over.
It's like
See, I'm the only one with hope. Hope, not fear. You were part of the Mike Thompson School of Broadcasting. Hope and fear.
I agree with that, and I heard you sell some hope earlier, and I heard Travis understandably be dejected, as most Laker fans would be, after one of the best months in recent history, like
That's
basically the best one going back to 2020, and Luka playing at an absolutely unbelievable level, and then just one half in OKC, right, and everything changes. And it also, because the hit for Luka, I think once we saw him pull up in the third quarter, you knew that was going to be some time, but you could talk yourself into, all right, he's been out, but Austin Reeves, when either LeBron or Luka was out, turns into all-star, right? Turns into 28 points, 7 assists, and he's the one that can break down the defense and then kind of keep the chains moving. So that, and then to have that next day come, and then you get the Austin Reeves update, that was a tough one. And then to have to play the game in Dallas, as great as LeBron was, as great as Rui was, and so a couple of other guys, Kennard, it's just it was tough. It's a tough plane right back. But to Chris's point here, okay, and I'll just try to lay out the case. Like, JJ Redick does not have the luxury of doing anything other than trying to take care of the short term and elongate the season as much as possible to try and have enough time for Doncic maybe first and then Reeves to return. And how do they do that? Well, the first thing that they have to do, I think, is just find a way to secure at least the 4 seed. And it's not going to be easy because Houston has been winning basically every night.
They seem to have gotten back to where they were at the beginning of the season in the last couple of weeks.
A little bit. I think a lot of it has been their schedule got really easy, and they know that they have to push. And now they see a wounded Lakers team, just like a lot of teams saw them as the wounded dog a couple of weeks ago. But they have a game at Phoenix tonight, which is kind of a big game in the standings watch for the Lakers, because it's basically like a magic number thing right now, DeMarco. So it's 3 with Houston. So any combination of Lakers wins and Houston losses. And Houston's got a couple other tough games. They've got Minnesota, and we'll see if Anthony Edwards is back by then or not. But thank you. And the Lakers have Utah in the season finale. Not necessarily as easy as it seems on paper, because they could be locked into their seeding, and then therefore, Lauri Markkanen's back is fine. And all of a sudden, they sort of throw out Keontae George is good, and they actually play better than they have played in 2 months. But if the Lakers can just find a way, I'm not expecting a win tonight. It's going to be a tall order. If they can find a way to beat either Golden State or Phoenix in that Thursday, Friday back-to-back, that would give them a pretty good chance of at least securing home court against Houston. Then you hope for the long schedule. Right? The first round elongates, and maybe you get like the Saturday, Wednesday, Sunday type thing. And all of a sudden, right, you're kind of
clicking off the time.
I'm asking JJ, hey, what's the latest on Luka Doncic? And who knows? Maybe, Chris, maybe you get great news, and maybe Luka has healed at some incredible pace, and that's the team just has to kind of just LeBron James lead us again until Luka
go back to what you said a second ago, which is that them getting the 4th seed, which of course would mean they're the home team in that 4-5 matchup.
Right.
Do you really think that could be the difference between them beating Houston or not, assuming no Reeves, no Luka?
I don't think that they will be favored without Reeves and Luka to start the series, right, to beat a healthy Houston team. But I think the Lakers they're good, and they have enough talent and really good coaches, and I think like a swell of home support. Like if they can just kind of sell not just to themselves, but if they can come out and it just win one of those games, even just hey, look, we're not going to roll over, right? And if you just deal a blow there to Houston, then all of a sudden, then you're guaranteeing that you're coming back for Game 5, and that might be just that right there. Like going to a 5th game might be 2 weeks of a playoff series.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it's May. And by that point, so what's today? It's the 7th, right? Luka was like 3-4 days ago. All of a sudden, you're like 3-4 weeks, and maybe. And I think that's what they can do. You don't have to try to, you can't beat whoever the opponent is, and maybe it's not Houston. Maybe somehow
is it working?
Something happens with Denver.
No, not really.
Is it working?
No, I understand what you're saying.
You're not going to be. I'm not saying it's likely, but that's what they're playing for.
Because to what your point. Okay, let's say that it breaks the way that you're suggesting. That it breaks in a way where the Lakers do get the 4th seed. They are the home team. They get the favorable schedule. They buy some extra time. They're able to kind of just keep kicking the calendar down the road.
All that
and all of that. who is the guy that helps them do this? Like, we know that the vast
outside
majority,
of LeBron.
Right, the vast majority of this lies on
Guess
LeBron.
what? No, I have the guy.
Hit me.
Marcus Smart.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
All right. But what this is, so Marcus Smart, prior to being on a team with Luka Doncic, Austin Reeves, and LeBron James, meaning three guys that have the ball before you do,
Mm-hmm.
he can do that. Okay. He's not at the level of Luka or Austin. Certainly nobody's at the level of Luka there. But Smart can initiate the offense. He can score when you need him to. And the biggest thing that he does is he makes some incredible defense.
Yeah.
Which that's been the harder part these last couple weeks. Smart, he's been out for a while now. He's been out for over 2 weeks. So if Marcus Smart's not playing tonight, but if he gets back for that back-to-back, that looks more like a basketball team. Because whether you start Luke Kennard or, in this case, let's say it's Smart, LaRavia, Hachimura, LeBron, Ayton, incredible lineup. Then in that case, you would have Kennard coming off the bench with Jackson Hayes. And then you kind of see who else is playing well to get your 8. But that's basically your 7.
Yeah.
And now it's a real basketball team. Like we saw, dude, LeBron just went for 30 and 15.
All right,
He's been kind of holding some in the tank.
I went from stop, Trudell, to
okay.
That's it.
Yeah.
Marcus Smart's a real player.
Believe.
Yeah, no, he's told me, not you. You're just yelling.
It doesn't matter. Hope is hope.
They didn't have another guard. Like Luke Kennard had to play point guard for 40 minutes.
Triple-double, baby.
Marcus Smart is a real player. Guess who? Hey, let me ask you a question, DeMarco. Who do you think leads the Lakers in plus minus this year?
Is it Marcus Smart?
It's Marcus Smart
Yeah.
in raw plus minus. Now Luka's number 2, then Austin Reeves, but they are absolutely a better team when Smart is on the floor.
Hey, you sold me on that one.
So that's the first thing. You get
this
him
team
back.
with him's got to win 6 games from here. 6 more games. And 4 of those have to be in a playoff setting.
And the problem is that 4 of them have to come against a pretty good team.
No, but Travis, this is look, and this is to Chris's point, and we're selling a little hope here. That's why these next couple of days matter, because you want 4 of those games to be across the street from us here.
Yes.
Okay.
Instead of having to win at least one game in Houston, which, by the way, the Lakers easily, well, I shouldn't say easily, they won convincingly 2 games in a row at Houston, but that was when Luka Doncic was scoring 40 points easily.
And
they won't have that. We won't think, at least we don't know, though.
The Rockets, I think, are in this fantasy that we're discussing.
Yeah.
are the team that you would choose to put into this mix, because they have moments where they look like they hate each other's guts. They have moments where they don't look like a particularly good team.
Yep.
I don't think that it matters a ton, and I mean this in a good way, whether it's here or there. This isn't a really difficult place to go in and play the way that some other places might be. So I just think that if you're going to play Houston, if it's in Houston, that decisive game, or they want, okay, I don't hate it the way that I might some other places. So that's the right line.
Yeah.
I'm trying to carve out any percentage, because Lakers are already losing a bunch of percentage points by not having Doncic and not having Reeves. So if you can claw a couple percentage points of a likelihood back, you try to take the home court there. And look, and in theory, it's not like the 3 isn't still in play. The 3 is in play. It's just less in play if you don't beat Oklahoma City tonight. That's obviously a tall order. They are healthy, other than Jalen Williams is going to sit. They're a buzzsaw of ball pressure players, and right now the Lakers don't have a lot of those ball handlers.
Yeah, they lost by 1 million with those guys. So without those guys, my optimism is back in the fear category of it all. We got the far side coming up next. Trudell is here. It's DeMarco and Travis, ESPN LA.
710 ESPN, your home for the 17-time world champion Lakers.
KSPN Los Angeles, a good karma brands radio station. ESPN LA is black and gold. Follow LAFC on the quest for trophies all season long. Every match, every pass, every goal. LAFC is 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
Hey everybody, it's Cap. Inheriting a home can be overwhelming, but Seller's Advantage makes it easy. One customer shared, and I quote, "Inheriting a home felt like too much work. Seller's Advantage gave us a reasonable offer, handled everything, and closed in 3 weeks. I highly recommend them." End quote. Skip repairs and headaches. Call Seller's Advantage at 888-390-AS-IS or visit sellersadvantage.com for your free cash offer.
Don't worry, sell happy with with Seller's Advantage.
Providence Realty, DRE number 019-15-21-2.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
And it is the DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show right here on ESPN LA.
The Far Side.
And it's time for The Far Side, presented by our friends at Highlands.
The Far Side.
Weekday afternoons at 4 p.m.
Time for The Far Side with DeMarco Farr, right now on the Travis and DeMarco Afternoon Show on ESPN LA.
I think I want to teach, Trev.
What are you going to teach? What are you going to teach?
I don't know, like
math.
Not math, like a PE teacher.
Chemistry.
Or something. Teacher's aide. Be that guy on campus.
Does that mean you'll leave us? Or
no?
No.
I got time in the morning. I can just leave to come here. But yeah, that camp thing, hanging out with those kids.
You enjoyed it?
I really did. It was great. I told the story about the whole camp started with this one kid that would always line up last, and he would separate himself from the group. And they made fun of him. Like when they would go to the bathroom, they would say, I have to go take and use his name. Right.
That's not very nice.
So slowly we had them talking, and by the end of the camp, they were all best friends. Like walking up, you heard like the leader of the other kids, of the cool kids, say to the kid that, I thought you were just a rando. You're actually kind of cool.
That's nice.
We haven't added anyone to our friend group in a while, and we're adding you. And it was just so cool to watch that happen. So I don't know. It just kind of struck something in me. I think I'd like to be on campus. I can't stand when you call kids bad kids. They're not. They're just boys. Boys are crazy.
10-year-old boys are nuts.
A lot going on, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot going upstairs, everywhere else. You know what I mean? A lot of thoughts going there.
Yeah.
So just stuff that, that you may get punished for is just something that you probably said in your life at one time or another.
For
and I
sure.
kind of understand that. So I don't know, kind of struck me. What do you think? Me as a teacher.
I don't know what you snapped on DeAndre that one day just because he played the Eagles fight song. So you can't be snapping
Why
on
you gotta
kids.
keep bringing that up? I thought there you go. See,
I'm sorry.
there you
I'm
go.
sorry.
You ease up, crop
By the
top.
way, when we had a meeting with when Greg and I had a meeting on Friday with Jory from the Rams, I told him about it.
No, you didn't.
I did.
What did he say?
I said, I think we got to watch this guy.
Oh, whatever. He felt the same way I did. That was a punishing, devastating loss.
I don't know if they have these in the elementary school level, but in high school, you've mentioned the guy that you had at your high school. There was always a guy on campus that was kind of like the muscle, right?
Yeah.
You could be that guy.
Now you see where I'm going.
Yeah, you could be the guy.
Yeah, with a whistle or whatever, you know.
I don't know if we had that guy in
You didn't
in
have that guy?
You didn't need
western
it.
suburbs of Minneapolis.
Oh, yeah.
I'm trying to think
Look,
if there was.
Arcadia was not like the Wild West, but we had a guy that was there just to make sure
enforcer.
stuff didn't go
Mine was
sideways.
it was like 150 kids in a class, right? Smaller schools. The vice principal was enough of a threat, I feel like, for if you did
no,
something.
we had like 900 kids in our class.
Yeah, see that's
Okay.
why you
Yeah.
got to have some people. Yeah,
So
yeah,
many
yeah.
of the teachers were like, these
Ernie
boys are
was
so
our
well
guy.
behaved. They're so well behaved. I'm so glad you're here. I'm like, well, I'm not.
Well, they're terrified of
I'm
you.
not doing anything. We're just talking. They
You're
were
big.
They
You're
weren't
a big
really
man.
that afraid.
You're a big guy.
They were doing their thing. They were talking. I was, hey, we can't say that. Stop that. Move that around.
If a teacher had told me, hey, knock it off, I'm not listening. If you told me to knock it off, I probably would.
You couldn't understand this because you've always been this big. Like the second that a kid sees you, there's a certain sort of
authority.
Yeah,
they don't understand that you're a man in agony. That you
right. They don't know better.
Ow!
That
you probably can't catch them, but
and
yeah.
that
you
was the
have
other thing. I
you
almost
have a-
died on that mountain, bro. Yeah.
You have a wife at home that won't cook for you.
Oh
They
my
don't know
God!
this.
There you go. Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!
I like that. I've thought about that too. Like I've always liked teaching or something like that. Between like journalism, I was kind of like I could have seen a life where I was like a high school soccer coach or like a college coach and then taught history or taught
College
journalism or
would
something
be
like
better
that.
when you get little kids and you get the parents involved, and I have no time for that.
See, I want to be there.
I did
That's
not
me.
want to get engaged with the parents.
I got that impression when we were talking about Game Changer and like baseball
Yeah.
scoring, and you didn't have the appetite.
Well,
for
I don't. Well,
dealing with
why
parents.
did he get a 70 on his math test? Because he sucks at math. That's why. I don't want to talk about the answers were wrong.
Well,
he
hey.
got 30% of the answers
Why
wrong.
are they wrong?
Right.
But if you shut the door like that with a parent, then you probably won't hear that much back.
But
as
his
you move
potential
forward.
is not being. We would like a grade that further reflects his potential. No, his grades are a reflection of what he's doing in the classroom.
You need to sit down with him and help him. There. How about that?
Or just leave me out of it.
Cranky teachers can sometimes be good teachers.
Yes.
They're
this is
usually
true.
the once you get past the crank component of it, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
I like the ones that hold. Do you remember any of your teachers growing up?
Of course.
I got a handful.
Almost all of them.
Which
yeah.
ones stand out to you the most?
I had a history teacher in high school at Arcadia High named Mr. Burke that I was crazy about.
High school?
Yeah.
Okay. Anything before high school?
Yeah,
Never-
Mrs. Kelly, my kindergarten teacher, was just like a sweet, warm lady. And
Yeah.
and at that stage of life, that's kind of all you want. Just something like you're happy to get there to school, right? Who's your favorite teacher? Going back, right?
I had a few.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you weirdo.
Oh, no.
Oh my.
There was one that
See?
after
See?
high school, yeah.
Wow.
But I was an adult.
I didn't mean that
I
way.
should have known better, huh, Travis?
Yeah,
But
you
I
should
didn't mean
the
that
most,
way.
I,
You
the
guys,
most
Let him know
impactful, the most impactful teacher I ever had was Mr. Myers, Catella High School. He was also our newspaper advisor.
Which high school?
And him and I, Catella High School. I just said it in Anaheim. And
Wait,
he
say very clearly.
was somebody who he taught. I think he was my teacher for AP English one of the years, but he was also the newspaper advisor. And I was an editor, a sports editor once, and then an editor into the chief before he left or retired. And he was incredibly impactful into my life because we would spend a lot of mornings together because I would get in early. And he was just
you
incredible
get
human being.
one or two of those, you're pretty
Yeah.
lucky.
Yeah.
You know, and
Yeah.
if you get more than one or two, you're wildly lucky, and because a lot of kids get none.
True.
You know, they're just
or
kind
you
of
get
going
labeled,
through it.
and you're not that kid.
Yeah, well,
you
a
just
good
needed
one
somebody to
won't.
listen to
A
you.
good one is like anything else, like a new team, right? I don't have any history with you. We're going to start from square one. You do the right things. I'm going to do the right things. We'll get along famously.
Yeah.
I'm not going to prejudge you. Otani's already on third base.
Oh my God!
Yeah, two outs.
I told them yesterday. Okay, the whole Teo thing with the seeds.
Yeah.
Now we're just wasting food.
Yeah, well, the way they've been
He's
going
going to
lately.
keep doing things like this
Yeah.
again, so we might as well kill that. But yeah,
That's a lot.
that had me going. I was going to bring up Puka for a hot minute. The whole thing.
Want to do it
That-
next?
Okay.
Let's do that next.
All
That's the biggest bag fumble I've ever seen.
It's up there.
in my life. My God.
It's up there. It's Jody Reed-esque. Remember that?
Jody Reed?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that didn't work out so good. Chris, do you have a read?
Yeah, I guess we can come up with something here.
Just asking. You were looking at me like
What's
you
up?
wanted the
Oh, I do
baton.
have East Central right here? Oh, okay.
Get closer to the mic.
Actually, I don't have to do this. The day that,
That
you
was
have to
pretty
give me,
good.
the
Yeah, that
day- it was
that
good.
was pretty good.
I'll give him.
That was pretty good.
I'll give him that one.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
But the day that you have to give me lessons on the mic, I should just retire.
It was pretty good.
But it was good timing.
Yeah.
Now, if you could do that every day,
Will you
we'd be in
stop?
business.
See,
Come on.
now we're down doing it again.
Then Greg and I wouldn't have to meet with Jory.
Oh goodness.
Go ahead.
East Central Hotel. It's Cappy and I's downtown LA, home away from home. They got the giant hand in every room. You can put your keys in there, put your phone, your wallet, or if you got Trudell, you put Trudell and he'll sit on the hand for you. See, you guys always think I'm a bad guy because I'll do that when he's not here. I did it, and he's sitting
Look,
right here.
I think you're a bad guy for a variety of reasons, but that's not one of them. I know that
Yeah,
you will say
I mean-
things to people's faces that you would say elsewhere. That is not
Well,
why
I'm
you're
not.
a bad guy.
I'm not a talk behind your back kind of
I
guy.
know you're not.
I'll talk to your face.
I know you
and I
will.
don't even mean it in a good way, in a bad way.
It doesn't rise to the level of even boiling my blood pressure a little
It
bit.
shouldn't. It's a nice thing. We
I
love
mean-
the giant hand in every hotel room at the East Central.
Why are you
Plus,
touching me?
they've got the great gym. Cappy and I'll be in there tonight.
Stop touching me.
They got
Why
the
aren't you
Nixo
moving?
Lounge. The
Stop
Nixo
touching
Lounge, where you can get coffee and breakfast in the morning, or on the weekends, a late night cocktail overlooking the city. The biggest rooms in downtown LA. Momo just stayed there recently. She said the biggest rooms in downtown LA. Travis, you've stayed there.
Many times.
Biggest rooms in downtown LA. If DeAndre stayed there one night and he went out in the crop top,
Oh.
he'd have a full room at the East Central Hotel in downtown LA. Entertainment's official address in downtown Los Angeles. Go in there, say, I want the Cappy penthouse. They'll take care of you. Our friends at East Central Hotel, Robert Montez, the GM, and his whole great team. By the way, the softest towels in downtown LA, the middle towels, I use them for my privates. DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show continues next on ESPN LA.
Mornings in LA start with Sedano and Cap.
Just back up for one quick second. You know, everything he said about referees wanting to get on TV, leave that to me, Puka.
Weekdays starting at 7 a.m. on ESPN LA.
Okay, I subscribe to the same theory, and let a loudmouth like me tell everybody that NFL referees call penalties so that they can be on TV and they can show off that they've been working hard in the gym on their biceps. And also their grandchildren are watching, and they told their grandchildren they were going to be on TV, and their grandchildren told all their friends, and everybody's watching the game. Nobody cares about the game. They're just waiting for grandpa to show up as the referee and be on TV. So yes, Puka, I agree with you. Referees call penalties, get their faces on television. We agree on that. But leave that for me. Don't you say that, because you get fined for saying it. For me, they hype me up for saying that kind of stuff.
The Morning Show with Sedano and Cap. Weekdays starting at 7 a.m. on ESPN Los Angeles.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-1482. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-1482. That's 800-575-1482. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Switching to Progressive is a game-winning call. And that reminds us of other game-winning calls in the history of sports.
So it was the fourth quarter and we're down by 5. Sweat pouring down my face. Suddenly it hit me. If only I could wrap part of the towel around my forehead. And that's how I became the first basketball player to wear a headband.
Okay, not really a game-winning call, but it was a good call. You can make one too. Switch to Progressive and you could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
Evan Cohen here. Did you know the average employer sorts through about 250 resumes for one job opening? That's a lot of time reviewing applications. Well, if you're hiring, here's good news. You can now review resumes and applications faster thanks to ZipRecruiter. With ZipRecruiter's new feature, qualified candidates who are very interested in your job show up at the top of your list. No wonder ZipRecruiter is the #1 rated hiring site based on G2. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/sports. That's ZipRecruiter.com/sports.
4:17 on a live imaging Tuesday presented by Providence. The DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show. Trudell's here as we get ready for Lakers Thunder tonight. Woo! At Crypto, we keep the hope alive. Hope alive! 6 p.m. coverage begins the Toyota Lakers. Countdown to tip-off with Beto and Michael. Tip-off at 7:30.
Banger.
You planted just enough seeds of hope that I'm going to try very hard to remain as optimistic as I possibly can. But
and then they get beat by 40.
If you check in with me at the end of the first quarter and it goes like it might go, my hope may be fully extinguished.
Well, I'm really depressed. This season was building up to be something
It
special.
really was. That's what makes it suck even more than it would have under any circumstances where you lose a player like Luka. That's just a drag for the league.
2.
Then you lose Reeves, and then that would be a drag under any circumstances. But you put it together, like you were saying, 15-2, hottest team in the league, or one of the hottest teams in the league, and optimism that was off the charts. Not just like, hey, they're a little better than we thought. It was,
this
hey,
was a story.
If it breaks the right way, maybe they get to the Western Conference Finals, and then who knows what happens at that point. And now we're hoping that you can win one more regular season game, get the right schedule, get a guy back before the medical thing gets totally haywire. It just went from all good news to very, very
a great
little.
TV show that gets canceled. It's great. I'm all in, and then it's over before you know it, and there's no finale. There's no closing it out. I would love to see how Luka and LeBron in the third option could have finished this thing off. Could they pull off the impossible?
By the way, it's the Waba Grill 4 p.m. happy hour, introducing Waba Grill's newest premium WA beverage drink, Strawberry Watermelon Lemonade, an energy refresher mixed with real fruit and natural, energizing caffeine to power through your day. Try it today only at Waba Grill. Waba Grill, it's for you.
I got a question for the Wildcat in the room, the smart dude.
Oh, okay. Trudell's the Wildcat?
He's the Northwestern Wildcat.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think he was saying just like the literal nickname of my university.
That's what I gathered when he said Wildcat. Northwestern.
Yeah, not like, well, not like a Wildcat, like that's just like my persona or something.
I don't know What do I call you?
Well, I didn't go to college, so.
What was Catella?
Catella.
The Knights.
The Knights. There you go, the Knights.
You're a Knight.
You've been around a bunch of coaches, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
And I do wonder how the Lakers, like you said, they have no chance against OKC. The odds are stacked against them. But the one thing you cannot do as a coach is really embarrass yourself. Go out there and look bad. I wonder how JJ closes this out. How does he come out of this smelling like a rose?
Guys playing hard.
Yeah.
Right? Like, regardless of the result, if guys play hard, then I think that's a positive reflection of the coach. If guys go out there and go through the motions.
Because that's really what I'm looking at from here on out, besides the LeBron story, if he turns into Superman. But how does JJ handle this? This is you've been dealt a horrible hand, but let me see how you handle it from here.
Well, so this is where JJ, and I think is a big benefit for the Lakers in this case, is that there isn't even a tiny bit of quit in him. Like, there isn't even – he's going to approach each one of these games with the exact same level of intensity as he would have approached it if Luka and Austin are healthy. And so what he takes as the challenge is, okay, you're without your top two shot creators. How do you bridge that gap? How do you maintain a certain level on defense? How do you work other actions that run out of post-ups as opposed to just beating your guy off the dribble like Austin Reeves or Luka?
How do you
might
convince this group they're good enough to win?
Yeah, and that's a big part of it. And I think that the help there, I think, is from LeBron James, and then why I said Marcus Smart earlier, because Smart is also a guy, on top of being able to carry some weight offensively and to have the basketball just literally as a point guard, he's a guy that kind of, he finds a way to pick DeAndre Ayton up a little bit. Like, he finds a way to encourage Jackson Hayes to maintain a certain level of energy. Hey, look, keep rolling hard to the rim. I know Luka and Austin aren't here, but I'll get that ball up for you. So I think the combination of JJ then using his players and putting them in spots where they can then help each other and help themselves is key. And that's part of where I don't even want to call it optimism, Travis. Like, what I appreciated when I moved out here from Minnesota, and this is 2008, and not much of a basketball history at all with the Timberwolves, right, where I came from. And I start listening to Ireland, and at the time, Mason Ireland, and I start reading everything and understanding sort of the way that Chick Hearn influenced the fan base. And this is a very smart basketball city. And part of what Chick did was, like, he wasn't trying to be optimistic, he would just tell you what it was.
Yeah.
During games. And he wasn't going to put lipstick on a pig. If they were playing poorly, he'd say they're playing poorly. And so I'm not trying to say, oh, the Lakers are they'll be fine without Luka and Austin, but they are. It's a little bit better than I think the collective sigh, because I'm assuming that Marcus Smart gets back, because I know LeBron still has a certain amount in the tank, because Ayton and Hayes as a center combo gives you enough. Like, so they're like LaRavia playing hard. Kennard showed us that he's got a little bit more that he can do. Even Bronny, has been playable, which in its own right is something. Now, you don't want him to have to lead the offense, but if you just ask him to go out and play defense and hit the occasional open shot, it's something. So, like, they have an argument to be made where Redick can sit in front of the team, DeMarco, to your point, and he can say, look, guys, like, I know that you're capable of winning a couple of games in our round one series. Do not quit. Season is not over. If you end up getting beat in the first round, that's what everyone expected of you. If you elongate that series and maybe even get out of it, then we might have not just the cavalry coming in, but two of the best players in the NBA coming in.
I get all of that, and I don't expect JJ to say anything other than what you were suggesting. I don't think that there's anything other than, this is what we're going to try, this is what we're going to do, I need this out of you, I need that out of you, and here is our plan to attack the remaining 4 games, and whatever happens in the playoffs, this is how we're going to do it. Buckle up, here we go. I get it, and I expect them to play hard. They've played hard most of the season. There's only, I think, the glaring ones we can kind of remember because it doesn't happen very often. I think it's a testament to JJ and his staff and to the players.
Of the year. This team is so flawed.
That they've worked as hard as they've had and been as competitive as they have.
Yeah, they're already way over their over-under, which is how people typically value Coach of the Year type stuff.
Some problems don't have a solution.
Yeah, that's true, too.
And that is where I think we've ended up, unfortunately. Could they shock the world? Of course. Could LeBron James, get in his DeLorean and go back 10, 12 years and put up 40 a night? Yeah, I guess it's possible. But sometimes when you are so shorthanded and dealing with so many obstacles, that what we think is going to happen is what's going to happen. And I think that because the West is as gnarly as it is, because Luka was doing so much work because Austin Reeves was, kind of on a trajectory where it looked like he was getting a little better each time that we went through it. And now all of a sudden, just you get a hole blown in the side of your boat like that, the boat's going to sink.
Yes, and with all of that said, and I think we're kind of both agreeing, right, to what each of us said. If you had me on, and I guess you did, a week ago, and this was when Lakers optimism was peak, it was still like they probably will be favored now, based on what we've seen in March, to win their first round matchup.
Yes.
Now we'll see about Denver. Maybe that's a toss up, but I think they're playing better than Minnesota. They're playing much better than Houston. That looks good. But in the second round is going to be a team that won 60 games, is young, is healthy, and they probably will not be favored. And that was after the Lakers had their best month. So I still don't think that this was not a championship expectation that was on them anyway. What maybe has changed is that now it's going to be a much bigger challenge to get out of round one, whereas before, even with everything optimized, it was still going to be a very big challenge to get out of round two.
It's oddly,
you know what I mean?
Kind of back where you started.
Yeah.
For totally different reasons, but you're kind of the expectation, I think, at the beginning of the season, I won't speak for everybody else. I'll speak for myself. At the beginning of the season is, I think the Lakers will make the playoffs, and I think they'll probably lose in the first round, but who knows? We'll see what happens. That was kind of they will finish somewhere between 4th and 7th.
Yeah.
And we'll see what happens, but I don't think they're going to win a playoff series.
Yeah.
Then at some point,
They
about a
won
month
you-
or so
they won
ago,
you
it's
over.
like, hey, they look really good.
Luka was
They've beaten
balling.
some good teams. They were taking a
LeBron's
lot of
fitting
really
in.
good players out of the, their rhythm offensively, whether it's Kevin Durant, whether it was Brunson, whether it was, Anthony Edwards. Like, they did a really good job against some really good. It's like, hey, man, I don't know. Maybe they can find a way to right back to, yeah, we'll see. Now anything you get is kind of gravy.
Even worse.
And the reason for that is because, and we knew this in the offseason, the Lakers hadn't had a full chance to build a roster around Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves, right? And then, having LeBron sort of in that mechanism. We'll see. At this point, LeBron looks like he could play another year or two. And like, hopefully he does.
Really good.
But like, they hadn't yet been able to fully optimize it because, again, the Luka deal almost literally fell into their lap. And then you had one offseason in which there were basically no big wings available. Right now, there's another offseason coming, and I think they can get closer to optimizing the roster, and then we'll see. But before the season, I think I was at least higher on the Lakers than Vegas was. I had them. Spectrum has us do like, okay, give me your top 8, and I had the Lakers 4.
Okay,
and I thought I had. Let's see, I had.
He turned out to be right.
And I think they health wise, I think they would have been 3. Okay, and that exceeded even my expectations. Like 50 wins. And it would have, maybe it's 53 they end up winning if they stay healthy. And they didn't stay healthy. None of their 3 best players will play 65 regular season games. Not one of their top 3. And still, so that's where, again, J.J. Redick gets some credit for that. They get credit for optimizing it. But so we are, in a weird way, back to where we thought we might be at the start of the season. We just got that hint of hope, or that hit of hope, I should say. Okay. Extreme hope in March.
Good hit.
And I want to pick up what you said, that the idea of at the end of the season, I think a month and a half, 2 months ago, it's kind of like, yeah, I think we all know what's going to happen. And then this run happened, and did it change? And does it matter what happens from here on out? Because the context of what had happened for the last month and a half is out the window. Like, the same setup doesn't really exist. Is it all economic driven? We'll get into all of that coming up in just a little bit. Trudell is here. It's DeMarco and Travis, ESPN LA.
Tonight, the lights shine brighter at BMO Stadium. The black and gold put their unbeaten start on the line in a massive continental showdown. Fresh off another MLS shutout, the black and gold are rolling through 10 matches without a loss.
Shot headed! It's a hat trick for the Diego the first half.
But now, the challenge rises. Mexican side Cruz Azul comes to downtown LA for leg 1 of the CONCACAF Champions Cup quarterfinals. Pre-game gets going tonight at 6:30 p.m. on the ESPN LA app.
Hey, everybody, it's Cappy, and I know that a lot of people around are getting sick right now. You are not imagining this. It's real. Doctors have said this is the worst cold and flu season in 25 years, and it's not over. And listen, I was just away visiting some friends up in Mammoth, and everybody was coughing and sneezing, and I don't know about you guys. I can't get sick. I'm sure you can't get sick. So now what I've done is I've ordered a medical emergency kit. Now, when you have a medical emergency kit, it's like having an urgent care or a pharmacy right in your home. No waiting for a doctor, no hours at urgent care, no lines at a pharmacy, no copays. I'm telling you that you get things like a generic Z-Pack to help you get well faster and handle what are really a bunch of common and in some cases more serious illnesses. But let's get you and your family to have this care kit in your home. Every home needs at least one medical emergency kit. Order yours online in just minutes, and it's shipped to your door immediately, and we'll save you $45 when you use our promo code 710. It's urgentcarekit.com/710, urgentcarekit.com/710, and you're saving $45.
Head to Waba Grill for $5 happy hour, weekdays after 3 p.m., and try our new Chili Crisp Dumplings, paired with a premium beverage drink, like our new Strawberry Watermelon Lemonade Energy Refresher, both for just $5, only at Waba Grill.
Less than 4 in 10 kids aged 6 through 12 are playing sports regularly. 4 in 10 kids? Let it sink in. Just 4 in 10 kids. ESPN is building a nationwide coalition powered by Disney called Take Back Sports, with the purpose of training more coaches, expanding access, and creating community-driven sports programming that puts kids and fun first. We're working on that story. We hope you'll join us.
Visit takebacksports.org to learn more.
My name is Christine, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, was a healthy 34-year-old, and 3 months later, he was gone. Thankfully, he had life insurance. Ethos made it so easy. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. 100% online, no medical exam. Life insurance didn't take away the loss, but it did give us the space to just grieve.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. Ethos.com/game. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
BASS, baby. But I know y'all wanted that 808. Can you feel that BASS, baby? I like the way you move.
4:31 on a live imaging Tuesday presented by Providence. The Waba Grill 4 p.m. happy hour of the DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show. Trudell's here as we get ready for Lakers Thunder tonight at Crypto.com Arena.
I wish DeAndre was in his prime when this song had first come out.
Why is he not in his prime still?
I mean, he was too young for this. This is when it was popping.
I see what you're saying.
Popping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you were just born earlier.
This is still a banger, as far as our generation.
But when it first came out, when they first released this, The Love Below. Yes, sir. What was this? What was the other one? The Love Below and
The Gemini?
Thank you very much. Yes, Outkast released 2 separate albums.
The Gemini is one of my favorite of any hip-hop album.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, just the
Have you
whole
seen them
play
live?
the whole thing.
Twice.
I have not seen.
Oh, they're amazing.
So good. Yes.
Neither have I. I've never seen them live.
I'm not shocked.
I'm an Andre 3K fan. Yes, sir.
What's on tap today on ESPN LA? The Lakers are back home to take on the Thunder. Toyota Lakers Countdown with Ben Durant starts at 6 p.m. Tip-off at 7:30. Catch it for your afternoon drive on 7:10 a.m. or in crystal clear digital audio on the all-new ESPN LA app. Brought to you by Michelob Ultra, a superior taste worth playing for, the official beer sponsor of the Los Angeles Lakers. Please enjoy responsibly.
I know what I forgot to bring up with you yesterday. All this Jalen Hurts talk. I thought you would be bursting at the seams to talk about him.
He said,
Yeah.
I don't mean it's the same repeating cycle over and over again when it comes to the Philadelphia Eagles and Jalen Hurts.
But before we get, the Jalen Hurts thing was one of the great hatchet jobs I've ever seen. Like clearly somebody in there got to a couple of people inside that building that do not like Jalen Hurts and put a bunch of quotes together and made him look absolutely awful. It's just that's one
You're
of those
100%
things.
correct.
You have to really know what you're reading at that point, because if you just dropped in from outer space and read that, you'd be like, "Oh, this guy won the Super Bowl. He's been really good the entire time." And all of a sudden, he's a bad guy.
But for that to get out, that's telling you something. There's something rotten inside the building, and some people don't like him. If that's true, if you're changing plays and you don't want to become a runner anymore, and you want to be a pocket passer when part of your strength is running, that is an issue. You know, why I heard Michael Vick talking about this. He used to love running until he took one, and then he didn't want to run anymore. A lot of quarterbacks, remember when the Niners did this with Kaepernick?
Sure.
All of a sudden, he didn't want to run. But
getting hit sucks.
If that's your value to the team, if you're a dual threat guy, you can all of a sudden change gears on you.
But
you know
we're talking about a man who's literally been in the Super Bowl 2 times in a span of 5 years.
Okay, remember, wait, hold on. The Eagles have been in the Super Bowl. But Eagles have been good.
But he's been a big part of it as far as, his play and how, how the offense develops and how it's ran.
Not out in front like Josh Allen, not out in front like Stafford. Like Philadelphia has a lot of weapons, and they can rely on defense.
But they're asking for him to do that. He doesn't need to be that guy. Just there's certain games he doesn't need to go out there and be a Josh Allen or be a Lamar Jackson.
No,
go
what's
play
Josh
hero
Allen
ball.
done except choke in the playoffs?
Hold on a minute. I'll get back to that. But did you
I'm
hear?
not doing it this time.
Levante David
It's true,
said
though.
about him.
No, it's
I saw what
He did-
Levante David said.
Levante David said the last thing they were worried about when they played the Eagles was him. And that's not the first time you've heard that about guys.
You may not give me the last 4 times, but the last season, yes, it was him.
I agree.
Okay.
We've agreed on this. Yeah. For the last game against the Denver Broncos, or whatever
Okay.
that noise is.
So guess
That
what?
was their-
So that was a choke.
That was their shot to win.
It was.
That was-
100%.
Yeah.
Let's go back to Lakers real quick
Yep.
and kind of finish the thought that we were on right there. Stop it. You know, with the headphones, that's a lot.
I know.
That's a lot.
I want you to hear it,
That's a
and I
lot.
want you to feel it.
I definitely heard it.
You know,
Did the 15-2, the month of really extraordinary play, the part where everything seemed to they weren't just winning, seemed to fit, seemed to make sense. It seemed to make sense in a way that maybe it didn't make sense up until that point. Does that change anybody's mind as far as what they might have done at the end of the season? Because it felt like we were headed towards the end of the LeBron James era, that he was going to go somewhere else or retire or something, that the return of the Lakers went from a near certainty to kind of, hey, man, I don't know how this unplays or plays out, I should say, to now with some proof of concept in what you saw in the month of March and his willingness. And I think, I'll just speak for myself, reading it wrong, like his will, I thought he would be far less agreeable to kind of transitioning into that new role than he clearly is. Like he accepted it willingly and gracefully and did it exceptionally well. Does it change the end of the line? Does it change the way, or does it just come down to money? Does it just come down to how much he's willing to play for or not play for? And does that make the decision for both the player and the team?
There's no simple answer to it, but I think that the proof of concept that you alluded to is when LeBron James, because of all of the talents that he has, because of how versatile he is, if he's willing to do that sort of third guy, and I really can't say role player because he can still, he's basically like all-star.
It's its own thing.
And even then, like he's impacting the game more defensively, right? Probably than in theory the one and the two. So we're really just talking about on offense in terms of who has the basketball. And so like it's really, again, it's not fair to say third, but like with him doing that, then the question is, all right, so if you have Austin Reeves and you have Luka Doncic are good enough offensively to create really good offense for a team, what do they need then around them? Okay, well, the number 3, doing what LeBron does, that's great, but it's very hard to find somebody as good at doing that as LeBron without paying them a ton of money.
Right.
And then if you do that, well, what do you have left for a screen roll center? Well, that you can actually get a little bit cheaper in the modern NBA. So I'm not worried about that. Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves can turn a lot of centers into very, very effective players. Okay, so then what do you need from there? You need a defensive point of attack guy like Marcus Smart. And ideally you have 2, and maybe you have one that's younger.
Right?
Bingo. So that Marcus Smart can play, but he doesn't have to give you 82 games at that. Okay, but still, all right, now we're still we know what we need now. All right, well, then what else do you need? Probably you need a guy like Rui Hachimura who can come off the bench, could score, top 10 three-point shooter in the league. You can hopefully get it a reasonable number. Okay, great. And then you still need, though, to me, like one kind of explosive big wing athlete. And if LeBron is making less money, and who knows what he wants to do. But if he comes back and then there is still a chunk of change to bring in of that type of a player, then now we're talking. But you're still, it's like, just look at how good OKC is. Look at how good San Antonio are. They're young. They're not getting older. So like, it's not like that just immediately makes you the best team in the league.
It doesn't answer every question.
But you're a very, very good basketball team. You're already a 50-win team in the West without having maybe 1 or 2 more pieces that could potentially put you right in that mix. So
that's a whole nother part of it. I'm glad you brought it up. That is really difficult to kind of not wrap your head around, but just kind of try to figure out the answer to the question. Like in the NBA, to be a title contender, you have to have one of the best players in the league. We've seen that just over and over and over again, that it's almost always true with a very few exceptions. They've got one. You need another really good supporting player. They've got 2 of those. But then you look around at what else is out there. You look at what San Antonio is doing and what they may do right now, and it certainly feels like Wembanyama's just barely even getting started. You look at Oklahoma City and what they just did and what they may do in back-to-back seasons. You still got Jokic in Denver and Jamal Murray, that they could do all of the things that we're talking about, figure out their economics in a way that makes sense for them to go out and get that impactful, athletic, wing defender like you're talking about, a 3-and-D guy, and you're still the fourth best team in the Western Conference. And that's with doing all of the moves right. Like that, sometimes you just cannot do more than the other guys doing because they just have more tools at their disposal. And that's what they have right now.
But with that said, I do think that there is enough proof of concept and this is why, again, I think the team was going to be better than maybe some people thought. Just starting with Luka and his level of dominance, that gets you
sure.
Even for just forget about OKC, San Antonio, in Boston, who seems super optimized. Luka gives you such a head start on 85-90% of the league.
Yep.
And then you just gotta keep making moves around that. And that, it's the best place to start. Then Austin Reeves, right behind that. And so you have a great coach, right? You've got the great fan base. So it's a great place to start, better than most franchises. And who knows, again, it looks like everything's great moving forward for San Antonio and OKC, but with OKC, they're gonna have to make some real financial decisions this summer.
On who?
For example, Isaiah Hartenstein, Lou Dort, they can't keep those guys if they're going to keep their big three. So they're going to have, and what they've done, they're going to
like Lou Dort here.
Well, I think a lot of teams would like to have Lou Dort.
The big three being SGA, Chet, and Williams.
And Jalen Williams. And then even they have two guys, so when they were fully healthy, they couldn't play Aaron Wiggins, right? And they couldn't play a couple of other guys that would immediately be, in your top 6 at worst on most every team. And so those guys are going to start to get poached.
You can't pay them all.
And then they're going to try to replace those guys with Jared McCain, who they just traded for from Philly. And by the way, they've done a great job at that. And then they've got a couple more first-round draft picks. But then are they going to be able to play rookies to really fill those roles? And then is Alex Caruso? So it's not. They're not going to just be able to because Chet and Jalen and J-Dub next year are going to be making a combined over $100 million.
Wow.
Yeah.
This year they're making 40. So that's the thing that it mitigated what Boston could do. They had to get rid of Porzingis. They had to get rid of Drew Holiday. It's been impressive what they've done around it.
And they still found a way to get it done.
And so you assume those guys are going to be there, but only the Lakers will be in that fight, I think.
Not to swing it too much from this, but that's what the Dodgers have been able to do, I think, really well, is we got all these guys. And again, baseball's different because you can just kind of spend your way out of some of these problems. But you see what some of these guys are doing at the back end. They're coming, whether it's a Pajes, whether it's a Rushing, whether it's a Kim, one of these guys that as these older guys age out or you just decide you don't want to do it anymore, you still have a two-way go. And that's what OKC has. That's what it feels like San Antonio is getting ready to do. It's what Boston just executed over the last couple of seasons. It's almost impossible to do, and there's a small handful of teams in the league that are doing it right now.
And I think that with the Dodgers now, right, being the ownership group, they're looking at the Lakers now and being like, all right, where can this get optimized to get to that level? And I think that's encouraging.
I just got one problem.
What's that?
LeBron.
Well, I mean, but
you still have one issue.
But hopefully, and I think Rob Pelinka has said this before, they would love if LeBron retires as a Laker, and that could be by coming back next season. And we've seen what he can do in this position, and he's been awesome. Right? Once Luka and Austin kind of showed when he was out that week in March, hey, this is what it can be, and LeBron sitting there with the supercomputer, being like, all right, I can do this role and still get close to 20-5 and play defense, and it's been very impressive.
Hassan Kim and Shohei Ohtani with a couple of doubles in the third inning. Dodgers up 1-0. Couple of guys on, nobody out as well.
Going east really woke up the bats. Huh?
They've just been absolutely out of their minds of late. We got a little tip or no tip coming up next. Chris,
tip
you have
or
a
no
read?
tip? I can't wait.
I'll take tip.
You'll take tip.
I'll take
Always.
no tip, actually.
DeAndre?
You look like you were getting ready to do something.
Your mind was thinking, Chris. Your mind.
I was just waiting for DeAndre to answer. Been waiting for that answer all day. Join ESPN LA for a Lakers watch party tonight at Kelsey's inside Pechanga Resort Casino in Temecula. Only a little bit of time left if you're going to be part of the party, old party. Enjoy the game, score autograph Lakers basketballs, and enter for your chance to win Lakers playoff tickets. Spots are limited. Make your reservation now at ESPNLA.com or just get down there. Kelsey's inside Pechanga Resort Casino. Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino. the official Native American resort and casino of the Los Angeles Lakers. Tip or no tip? Next in minutes on the DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show on ESPN LA.
Purple and gold-blooded. The Lake Show play here.
Tonight, the Purple and Gold are back at Crypto.com Arena, and the Lake Show are looking for some payback on OKC.
Grab by LeBron. Grab by LaRavia. Ahead to Reeves. Alley-oop to LeBron. Slam dunk. Highlight play of the month.
Lakers Thunder from downtown LA. Coverage begins tonight at 6 p.m.
Every dribble, every dunk. This is the home of the Lakers. 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
John Ireland here, and before the lights come up at Crypto.com Arena, make your night legendary at Javier's downtown. A SoCal tradition for decades, Javier's is where timeless recipes meet modern elegance. Handcrafted margaritas, premium tequila, coastal Mexican flavors, always a part of the celebration. Whether you're courtside or catching a concert, start your evening where LA gathers for that unmistakable Javier's experience. Javier's newest location is just steps from the arena. Javier's downtown. Tradition, taste, and an amazing start to your evening.
Welcome to Pacific Palms Resort, a full-service destination in the San Gabriel Valley. Stay in spacious, first-class accommodations with stunning views and savor an unforgettable meal at Red Restaurant and Bar, the hottest dining experience in the San Gabriel Valley, featuring culinary delights designed to excite even the most refined palate. Tee off on one of our 2 PGA-designed golf courses, a favorite among seasoned golfers, then relax at our Oasis pool or indulge in a rejuvenating spa treatment. Discover luxury hospitality at its finest at Pacific Palms Resort. You're sitting at a red light or stuck in traffic, and your phone lights up. Maybe it's a text, a video call, a new post, or a quick notification you think you can check in a second. It feels harmless, but the truth is, once your eyes leave the road, you're not really driving anymore. And traffic doesn't pause just because you do. That split second of distraction can throw off everything. Your reaction time, your awareness, your ability to avoid someone else's mistake. You could damage your car, injure yourself, or hurt someone you care about. Or you could get pulled over for a reminder that your phone isn't worth the risk. So before you start driving, make it easy on yourself. Put your phone on silent. Toss it in the glove box. Set it to Do Not Disturb. Put the phone away or pay. Paid for by NHTSA.
.448 on a live imaging Tuesday presented by Providence, the DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show. Time for tip or no tip. Take it away, producer Laura.
Sorry, I'm over here arguing with Beto.
About what?
What's Beto got?
Do you guys think, okay, we'll do this one for tip or no tip. Does Beto get butthurt easily?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Tip.
Tip.
But he said yes, but he got up.
Did he?
Yeah. 100.
Hold on, he's about to go to studio.
Uh-oh.
I haven't experienced Beto getting his feelings hurt easily. But that's just me.
You have?
I have not.
So I wouldn't say he gets his feelings hurt. What I would say is he gets bugged by things.
Oh,
that's fair.
Yeah, I mean, who doesn't?
Yeah.
Better said.
Yeah, but that's going to continue forever. All right.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, there was that one time where, like, DeMarco got in his face.
Geez.
That one time at Bun Camp.
Yeah. I mean, I heard about that pretty quickly. Not from Beto, actually. I heard about that from everybody else. Then I talked to Beto about it.
Oh.
So you've had issues where you snapped at Beto, you snapped at DeAndre, you snapped at me, you snapped at Travis one time, I think.
I did?
Yeah,
No.
a little bit. So
I didn't get you, did I?
No, you haven't gotten Trudell yet.
No. Okay.
If you get mad at Trudell, you could, like,
I didn't
launch him
actually
across
snap
the room.
on DeAndre. I snapped on you.
Yeah, but you snapped on DeAndre first. But you
Did
definitely
I?
snapped on Beto.
I didn't snap on you.
But hasn't snapping isn't that kind of like a key to what made you the player that you were? Like having to snap a little bit in order to get the best out of yourself?
Actually, keeping calm.
Yeah,
Snapping
really?
does nothing.
Trying to, kill the person across from you on the line of scrimmage?
Snapping does nothing, but it just makes it worse.
All right. Well, I take that back.
Yes.
All right.
Anyway.
Tip or
All
no
right.
tip?
Take it away, producer Laura.
Anyway.
Thanks, guys. So I guess that Beto does not get butthurt easily.
I mean, he does. I'm going to call him. I think he's doing the show with us Thursday on the morning show.
You're going to call him?
I'm going to call him Butthurt Beto.
He said not anymore.
Oh, he's not?
Not anymore.
All right. Well, Cappy will be happy then.
All right. Dick's Sporting Goods is rolling out a new bat trade program.
By the way, have you seen the new Dick's they built at the Bram Mall?
I have not.
Gorgeous.
I have not.
Gorgeous.
Did you say bat trade?
Yes, with sideline swapped aimed at saving families money this season. So
Trudell, pay attention to this.
Yeah, trust me, I've already heard about this.
Oh, have you? Okay, so players can trade in used bats under 5 years old in good condition, either in store or online. In return for that, you get a gift card. It averages anywhere from $70, with premium bats going for over $200.
Oh, thank God.
The service accepts aluminum, wood, and hybrid bats from major manufacturers that are no more than, like I said, 5 years old, and have no structural defects. The whole goal is to cut costs for families, and with the expenses going up. So tip or no tip, youth sports are way too expensive, and anything like this helps.
Would you like to go first, or would you like me to do this?
Go ahead. Yeah, I'll support you.
Do you know how much a new bat costs? Like, if you have a kid that's playing
it's like $500 now, right?
More.
Really?
It could be closer to $600 if you have
For
a
a
kid
bat?
for a bat. So
Forgot the new
while
bat.
sure a $50 gift card I'll take it, it's still outrageous. It does not change any of this. Tip, yes, they are too expensive. They changed the rules and the specs on the bats almost as fast as they could make them, so you always have to go buy a
It's
new
like
one.
golf clubs.
It
now.
is. It
Worse.
is exactly like golf
Yeah.
clubs, except for at least you can take your year-old TaylorMade to the
Right.
golf course and it's
Right.
fine. Like
Right.
half the times they'll bounce these bats from tournaments because they don't conform to whatever rules you might be playing in.
Yeah, there's
And
two. There's USA and then
it's
USU
crazy.
AAA, which are
It's
two different. And you have to have
barrel
both.
sizes, and you got all these. It
Little
is
League only accepts one, and then
biggest
travel
scam
ball
in
accepts
the
the other.
world.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
sucks. Tip.
Okay, we talked a little bit about youth sports and stuff when we were at Legends Attic with Daryl Strawberry, and they were talking about certain kids being priced out, and I feel like that's one of the biggest reasons because certain demographics can't afford it. Like, it's so expensive to be in these sports, and especially when parents are like, okay, we got to do travel ball, we got to do this, we got to do that, and I start looking at my friend's like, oh yeah, my kid's playing soccer and he has a tournament, but it's $400 to get into the tournament.
You
each
get paid
kid.
fees.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why are you paying $400?
You have to.
It's crazy.
They think they have to, and
Yeah.
maybe at some point you do, but it's a
ridiculous.
bonkers system.
It is.
Yeah.
I donated all her stuff when she stopped playing softball.
Yeah.
To the next family.
Yeah.
Don't buy this. Just take it.
Yep.
It's all good stuff.
But sorry to be on this, but it's like very interesting to me. Can you, because with what you guys are saying that the bats change so much, can you even donate it?
The bats can get ruled out, but the equipment, like the glove,
the face
and the
shield,
face
the
masks
bag.
and all that kind of stuff,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Okay.
Gloves last
Three
forever.
cleats.
Well, even here, so batting gloves. Like when I was a kid, you get Franklin batting gloves, and maybe they're like $10.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're $75.
Now because now they got to get the Bruce bolts,
Right.
And especially if you live in I live in Hermosa, it's not quite with Ireland in Manhattan, right? So we're like a little bit of a price point below that.
Like right there.
And so all of the with my boys, all of their teammates are going to have the nice ones, the $80, and I'm kind of like, dude, there's no way. And my first instinct's like, there's no freaking way. But then I feel the guilt, right? And then to have them show up, and it's not like I can't afford it. I
And
just
they
think that
tear.
it's not fair.
And then you wind up
basically.
buying it.
And then you wind up, and it's the same thing with the bats, because you can buy a bat for $60 and it's fine. But when other kids have the $300 bat that clearly has much more pop,
It does.
Again, then you feel the guilt. You're like, and anytime your kid hits it like hard but not as hard, you're like, is that my fault for not buying
you
the bat?
can notice the difference in the bats?
Oh, yeah.
for sure. Because with the
Yes.
golf
Oh,
drivers, it's all
the-
made up in our heads.
A $600
You can
bat
hear the difference.
performs very differently than a $100 bat.
So it actually
does.
is real.
It does.
Okay.
Yeah,
It does.
and then you feel, and so then I'm like, all right, so soccer is their main sport where they play travel and club, and that, don't even get me started on those expenses. Baseball, they play, in basketball, they basically play, with their school and like with the local little league, because we couldn't play two club sports. That the scheduling ends up getting mad. The coaches get mad, right, if you can't make both. So then I can justify, well, all right, but this isn't your main sport. Like soccer, I'm not going to shrink on the equipment. And then I'm right back in that meat grinder of the decision-making process that all these parents are going through. And then, last complaint here, Laura. the private lesson thing is a whole nother. That's that I couldn't have gotten somebody to get. Yeah, I couldn't have gotten like an individual skill coach when I was growing up in Minnesota.
No,
they didn't exist.
You just played outside.
Now, not only do the big clubs practice 3 times a week and have a game on a weekend, but then most of the kids on the top team are also doing an individual training session.
Yeah.
And same thing in baseball. I'm sure you've seen the racket.
Of course.
And then here's the thing: the coaches are good too. So it's not like you're wasting your time. But it's just there's
money.
There's more the more money that you have, the more that you will spend on it. It's a complete.
How many sons do you have playing baseball right now?
3.
How many $500 bats do you have between the 3?
Well, again, this is the problem too. If you're Little League, you can only get a USA approved bat, which means you can't get one that's got the extra juice on it.
Right.
But if you play in certain tournaments,
you need the juice.
You need the juice because the other team has the juice. So what I've decided is I will get you a really good bat, and I have twins.
Okay,
so
at least that's one bat.
So I get a 2-for-1. Yeah. And then if we play in one of those tournaments, I'm not buying you that extra special bat. Use the one that all your teammates have. So that's where I've come down with this. So I am economical relative to the rest of the team. But still relative to when I was a kid, it's not even close.
They all have their own helmets now too. We had to share helmets.
Yeah. And then I'm did we have lice back in the day?
Yeah, lice existed.
Yeah, because I'm like, how did we not all get? Because now you can't use his helmet because he could get lice.
Different deal.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody's
my gosh,
lost
This
their
is
damn
wild to me. I mean, the
and
fact
baseball's
that
cheaper than some sports, by the way.
soccer's really
What's
expensive.
baseball cheaper than? Oh, hockey's
hockey's
the
the most
sport.
expensive.
Well,
Hockey's the sport.
So that's what the most expensive: gymnastics, dance.
That's just true.
My wife was telling me how much
Private
outfits
lessons,
cost
yeah.
in dance, and they practice every day. So those sports, the individual sports, figure skating, that's where we get killed. In terms of the team sports, baseball is up there, but
Hockey, I think, is the worst.
Hockey's
because you
probably
got
the
to pay
worst.
for the rink too.
Yes.
And it's crazy
Yeah.
expensive.
Football is probably the cheapest.
Just can't
You
go to the
don't-
park.
Well,
Right.
football, you can only play so many football games in a year, right?
Yeah.
That's where it can't be. Now you might have to pay for sort of cross
Uniform
training in the offseason.
Uniform fee, pay for your
Yeah,
jersey,
but it's
pay for
probably
this,
cheaper.
and that's that, and
Yeah.
you go.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So all I heard was if I have a kid, do not put
golf.
him in any sports.
Isn't golf
It's
more
crazy.
expensive than anything else?
Oh my God.
Yeah,
yes.
but we're playing it, not the kids.
Well,
No,
I mean, they play
the
too.
kids are
Well,
Yeah,
I
they
don't
play
have
too.
kids, so I'm not worried about
Yeah,
it.
no,
Oh.
it's
Yeah.
golf's
Oh.
interesting because you got, especially if you want to really go for it, you almost have to join a club.
Golf
Oh,
and
yeah.
tennis.
Which is a whole
Yeah.
nother level of it. Golf's, you're right.
Yeah,
golf's
that's gotta
probably
be
the
worse.
Otis the bunny is not playing golf, so that is your
Oh.
baby. All right.
Otis the bunny.
Otis
No,
the
no,
bunny.
she's
Yeah,
not
you get
playing
it.
golf.
Okay. All right. So we love food around here, and I always try to sneak in a food item. And I just saw that the Atlanta Braves just dropped a new stadium item called the Bat Flip. It's a 7-inch burger stacked with 2 pounds of beef, braised short rib, crispy pork belly, cheese, onions, lettuce, tomato, and a fried egg on the bro-shaped bun. So I don't know where Funchy is because I feel like this is his thing, but we've seen this throughout ballparks, right? They call them snacks. This is not a snack. This is like a hefty challenge for me. But I know Dodgers have some. The Wrigley Field just dropped one too that I sent you guys yesterday called the Chicago Cubs new Double Diamond Waffle Fries. That includes braised beef short rib in wine sauce, creamy cheese sauce, bacon, mushrooms, fried onions, and scallions. So,
Outdoor stadium.
tip or no tip, ballpark food has officially gone way too far.
Oh, no tip. Let's keep going.
Really?
That all sounds good.
You want to
Yes.
eat that stuff while you're trying to watch a game?
Not me.
No, man.
No, I don't
Not
get
me.
it.
I want a dog. I want my peanuts. I
That
want
sounds really good.
beer. Yeah.
Wait,
It's a
Travis,
lot.
hold on, Travis.
really good.
You're lying. You said
No, I'm
that
not.
out. Well, you said that out of order, though.
No.
What do you want first out of those 3?
I have an entire routine. I do it. I probably do it 9 out of 10 times. I get to the ballpark. I go to my seat, even if I know exactly where the seat is. I like
Okay.
to make sure that it's still there.
Yeah.
And then,
Me too.
And then I go up. I get the dog and the beer. I sit there. I eat the dog and the beer. And then when I go back up to get the second beer, I get the bag of
I
peanuts.
just thought you were
There
going to
you
say
go.
beer first. That's all.
Yeah, dog and beer together
Okay,
to
okay.
bat
It's
lead
a co-
off,
yeah.
and then it's the beer and the peanuts second. And occasionally throw a nachos in there if it's a day game. We'll probably get an
You're
ice
hungry?
cream at some point. But
You had a good walk?
these crazy over the top, this on top of that, that's not for me.
Maybe not at a ball game, but
Yeah.
that sounds really good.
It sounds good, but I don't want it at a baseball
Maybe not
game.
a ball game.
I don't want
but
to eat
that
it out of my
sounds
lap.
terrific.
That
Yeah.
sounds unpleasant.
How do you guys feel about peanut shell etiquette at a ballpark?
What's the
all
etiquette?
bets are
Well,
off.
I feel
Under the
like
seat.
I try to do
At
is,
least try.
Yeah, if I'm going to
Yeah.
do so I had I went to the Dodgers season opener and I
Right.
sat next to a disrespectful peanut person.
Going
Okay,
all over the place.
well,
Getting him on the person in front of him.
so he was sitting to my left,
Okay.
and all of his shells when I sat down were right in front of my seat. Now,
Dumping
all I
right.
would ask
Okay.
is you use your foot and kick them under
your
the,
seat.
yeah, under the seat in front, so that it doesn't get under those persons, or at least under. Ideally, it's under your seat.
That's where.
So
I thought.
then you're not potentially rolling forward to the person in front. But I just was a little. I kind of looked at him. I was like, and then he had spilled a little beer on it. It's just take care of your own space,
Slob.
right? Don't put it on the person next to you. That's what I try to teach my kids about it. That's all.
Under
Try
the
to
seat.
keep it. Yeah.
Is that whiny, Chris,
Under
or is
the-
that,
between
is
your
that a
legs.
fair
That's fine.
expectation?
It's fine.
Okay.
Everybody's
I
paying
think
a
you're
lot
right.
for their ticket
I
now.
think you're right. You're paying a lot for the peanuts now.
It's just
The
etiquette.
bag
I
of
haven't
peanuts
bought
is
it.
$15.
Really? I haven't bought a bag of peanuts
Oh,
at
yeah.
the ballpark in a long
Yeah,
time.
you don't need
$15 for peanuts? Come on.
Bro.
Is it, dude? There's $24 beers.
If it gets
Now,
me Otani, I'll
mean,
pay
In
it.
fairness, it's kind of like $24 2 beers.
It is.
You know what I mean?
But
That's
try to
still
find a
too much.
single
But
one.
still,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like if I said, is there a place where I can buy a $12 single? No.
Nope.
So they're $24 beers.
Unfortunately, they don't let you come in with the Coors Light 30 pack.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
Just
That
a
would be
30
nice.
rack.
Would be
Hey, who
cool.
needs one? This cost me $12.
Right.
Anybody?
All right. I'll sneak in a quick one here just because we kind of mentioned this during our meeting. Doc Rivers addressed the Bucs players in a meeting after he and the team felt disconnected. And the quote that is circling, "Look at my resume. Google me. I took teams to the playoffs and championships that weren't supposed to be there. I thought this was going to be one of them." Tip or no tip? This is not the best way to connect with your team.
I'm going to go no tip. It might be. Is there a possibility that some of these guys don't know who Doc Rivers is and what he actually did in the league? Like, when was Doc Rivers' heyday?
As a player?
As a player, as a coach?
Late 80s as a player, early 90s as a player.
So no chance they saw him play. What about as a coach?
08, when the Celtics won
Yeah,
that year?
yeah, the Celtics championship that year. Yeah.
15 years ago.
When they Google him, did they find the 3-3-1 leads that he blew? Because is that on his
sure
Google
that- I'm
page?
sure that's in
this,
there,
is,
too.
this is an insane thing to ask
Yeah.
people to do when
Yeah.
you are the only guy in the history of the league to blow a 3-1 lead, not once, not twice, but 3 times.
It's there, too.
And by the way, dude, you I know that he's a very likable guy. I know that he's very he's a guy that's very good talking. He's good on TV. He's good on the radio.
soundbite.
He's a great soundbite.
Yeah.
But his resume as a coach, I know that he took the Celtics and won that title there. But there's a lot of ugly stuff on his coaching resume as well. He went in. Who was the guy, Trudell, before Doc took the job in Milwaukee? Adrian something?
Griffin.
Adrian Griffin. He had them playing a lot better than Doc Rivers has gotten them playing at any point. Like when they brought Doc, it's like, hey, we got a chance. We got to go do it. We got to upgrade the coaching thing. And okay, like, yeah, fine. We'll see what happens. They've been dreadful since Doc got
Maybe
there.
don't Google me.
Well, this is one of the cases where like I'm most interested in your opinion, right? Because like again, Travis and I, college, there's a difference. At that point, I even if I didn't like it, I could still be sort of okay. I get why you're being a jerk to the coach, but
yeah,
if you've established yourself to the degree, right, and you are a pro now, and me being around a lot of pros, I don't think most of them like that type of approach. But I don't know. Is the NFL any different than the NBA in that sense?
You mean the Google me approach?
Yeah.
I don't know what's happening. Are they not listening to him? Like what would make you say that to a player?
Yeah,
Clearly they're not, right?
Yeah.
They're not. They're right. They're not listening, and it's probably one of like he's tried the other things before, and
I
here's
was
why we
around-
need to play hard. And finally, it's like,
Yeah.
all right, guys, look, I've done something none of you had done, like that. But that. Kind
I've
of
heard people. There's been sound bites in the NFL where a coach would be screaming at a established player, "Just do it the way I'm coaching it. Trust me, it works. I've coached better players than you." I've heard that before.
Sure.
Yeah.
And I've been around guys that actually had careers that I'd never heard of that were coaches. And they're telling me what to do. I'm like, well, who are you? I don't know you. And they would say, well, look it up.
Yeah.
Then you find out who he is. There could be a chance they don't know.
I think it's one of those times that if you have to go to the "Do you know who I am" card, you've already
lost.
You've
That I agree with.
already lost them.
And wasn't that kind of hinted at in the report?
Yes.
too,
Yeah.
that it kind of fell on some deaf ears.
And look, again, I think we all understand how we all read these reports, and you can kind of guess where some of the quotes in these stories are coming from, and who's providing them, is because a source said or multiple
team
sources give, or a
source.
team source. A lot of times it's the same guy in the piece. A lot of times it's just, well, I'll tell you this, but don't put my name on it. You can put my name on this one and not that one. So that felt like a very opportunistic piece.
But in that article, legit says, yeah, he said this in front of six people.
Right.
6 players. It wasn't like the whole team was there, and he's giving a speech to the whole team to try to get them motivated. It's for 6 players.
The second you got to go to the here's what I've done.
You've already lost him.
It's a wrap. It is a wrap. All right. You mentioned you want to talk about Puka and the bag fumble that's in the process of taking place. We'll get into that coming up in just a little bit. Putz will give you an update on the Dodger game and what happens when hot meets the best team in the league. You're looking at it right here. Mr. Marco and Travis, ESPN LA.
The home of Rams football. And now the home of The Rich Eisen Show. Weekdays 9 a.m. to noon. KSPN Los Angeles. A Good Karma Brands radio station.
You never know what you're going to get when you wake up with Sedano and Cap.
I was walking towards the dude with the face tattoo, and then I moved on the other side of Beto so that Beto was closer to the guy with the face tattoo, just in case the guy with the face tattoo just decided to go all crazy on me.
I don't know why you're so scared.
There was a stabbing downtown the other day.
So you get stabbed.
You sound like when my kid gets drilled in Little League. I'd be like, you're good. Take a breath. You're okay.
It's the morning show with Sedano and Cap. Weekdays starting at 7 a.m. on ESPN LA.
Hyundai gives you America's best warranty on every new vehicle. It includes a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty, plus 24/7 roadside assistance. That's peace of mind from Hyundai. And these days, that's priceless.
Now, get the Hyundai Tucson for 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days. Visit your local Hyundai dealer. Offers end April 30th. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
Call Jacob. Hey, Cappy, listen, you get into an accident, you call Jacob at 800-345-6789, and there's steps to this. Step 1, get safe.
Yeah, step 2, get medical care.
Step 3, document everything.
Step 4, do not guess what you should say to insurance companies.
No, and step 5, count on Jacob.
Count on Jacob.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob 1-800-345-6789. Call Jacob.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
Hey, no, I don't know why you're playing.
All right, so a Goofy movie debuted in 1995 on this day. One of my favorite movies. Kevin Campbell.
Oh, yeah. We just played this
before.
Yeah, didn't we play this recently?
This whole soundtrack's pretty good. I didn't see the movie, but my wife talks about it, and he played it for my youngest son. I remember like a year ago.
I like Goofy.
I like your wife.
I love Kevin.
He's a fun dog.
I do too.
Likes to lick stuff up. Goofy's a good guy. 508 on the Marco and Travis Afternoon Show. Live imaging Tuesday. Meanwhile, it is the
There it is.
5. Oh, pot it up.
It's a banger. Yep, get in there. Get in there.
Oh, no.
That
You
was
just
an
ruined
aggressive
the
one.
song for me.
Forever. Yeah.
It is the 5 p.m. Amor Salsita Salsa Hour.
That's Jerry, who I saw.
What'd you say? Shouts out to Jerry?
Yeah.
My headphone, this thing is cutting in and out. So
Oh, okay.
Saw her at the buzzers.
We did.
Yeah.
We did. She wants to come during the 5 o'clock hour and bring us food
Why doesn't she?
Okay.
because we haven't figured out a date.
Oh.
So
How about tomorrow?
She
Today.
cooks. She's a great cook, by the way. Great
Jerry, the owner of Amor Salsita, does she want to come in on the day that DeAndre's in the crop top?
There you go.
Oh.
Might as well use it.
Yeah.
There you go. Come on. Come on. Why not?
Heard worse ideas. Yeah, tomorrow's good. Tell her I'll take
Next
two
we'll have
of
him-
whatever she's bringing.
We'll have them washing cars next.
Come on, man.
Little fundraiser for
There you
710
go.
with DeAndre
Right out
and
in front.
soapy bucket
There you
and
go.
sponge.
Little Daisy Duke shorts
There
too.
you go.
D?
Come on.
Yeah, borrow some of Funch's shorts.
Oh, God.
Borrow Funch's shorts and then wear the crop top.
There you go.
What movie? Oh, that was in Dodgeball. The guy keeps paying the kid to wash his truck.
Wash his truck. Yes.
Yeah.
We'll put out an online reservation. People can reserve their spot in line to donate. And
How
for
quick do you think that goes?
DeAndre to, I don't know, how long does it take for you to wash your car?
No. Like how long the reservation
Well, it
system?
depends. For one car, if it's 11 minutes, then that's plenty of time. If it's 5 minutes, that might be short for somebody who's just inside the car watching. You know what I mean? But if you do at least a 10-minute wash, that'll sell out in like 15 minutes.
No
We'll
interior.
sell out 100
No
spots.
interior wash.
Yeah,
Just all
no,
outside.
just
All
exterior.
outside, yeah.
Just like the one at the gas station where you just go through the little hut
There you
behind
go.
the pump. Yeah.
Come on.
What's on your phone, Trudell? Anything good?
No, I apologize. I was trying to, I was trying to.
No, I just was trying to change the subject.
Well, no, I was trying to merge accounts of a airline. So, but I was.
Can we talk about your
multitasking.
bag?
Huh? No.
All right.
No, let's not do that. Wait, did we get all of the Puka?
No.
Because I want to hear that before I have
the
to go.
only thing I heard, the newest, I guess, report or word is that they're going to wait on paying him.
Why wouldn't you?
Right. It's
Right.
actually the smart thing to do.
Of course it is.
They've got all the leverage. He's going to have to play. It's just you tread lightly. I don't know what's going on with the guy. He's in rehab reportedly. I mean, that's something you want to you hope he gets the help he needs.
Sure.
And I was just racking my brain thinking of the wildest guys I ever played with. Lawrence Phillips is right up there, but it was a different deal. They all came in with issues. I've never seen a guy actually spiral right in front of me. That's at least I didn't know it was happening. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I think that's an important point.
And I've never seen a guy come off a season like that into an off season like this, to where you killed all of your momentum.
Yeah, I mean it was bad. There's no.
It is bad.
Yeah,
Not, it was bad.
No,
it's still bad.
It's still bad. He was an incredible player for them last season, but it was even happening during the season, right? Like it was the first thing I think, and correct me if I have the chronology wrong here, but I think this is right. The first thing was he goes live on his phone from the locker room, which is a no-no, right? And everybody's saying, whatever. Again, big deal? No, not really. Just don't do it again. No
Puka
big deal.
being Puka.
Yeah.
Aw,
And then
shucks.
the next thing was the live stream trying to come into the facility and the dance, and that thing got shut down.
That's
and
with
all
the
of a sudden,
streamers, right?
That was with
Yeah.
the
The
streamers
influencers,
and the
yeah.
anti-Semitic dance.
They tried to come to the
Right,
facility.
the
They were
facility.
told no. And then I believe McVay told Puka, don't do this.
I could
and
not
then,
believe you would bring those guys into the building at that time of year.
So then Puka went to them,
Yes.
did the dance that was anti-Semitic.
Yes.
Called out the refs on that show.
That was on
Oh,
then
the
the
refs
referee
getting
thing
called
happened.
out.
Then they go to Seattle and they have a night where weird stuff happens. He doubles down on the ref thing again instead of letting it just kind of die down. He doubles down on it again. Then there's him running around the Super Bowl stuff where he's tweeting, obviously having had a pretty good Super Bowl party wherever he was. He's running around the streets, he's not driving a car, thankfully. Then we see him knocked out in the back of his
brother
van.
stole
His
a
brother
Duthero's
stole
car.
a Duthero's car.
Yeah.
There's bite marks on a woman's shoulder that they're his. Like, they haven't denied that it's his bite mark. They say they were goofing around.
This is
but
where you get your hands around it.
This
Yeah.
is where it's like, it's just one thing leads to the next. So I'm not really surprised. This goes back to, go back a month ago before the whole thing. I was of the opinion, like, man, I'd be thinking twice before I pay him. Not because he's not a great football player. He is, but boy, the arrow is headed in the wrong direction as far as the decision-making goes. And now we're to the point where they have all of the leverage.
Well, if you can't conform, if you can't bring this in, if I was a teammate, I would be pissed right now. And even if you love the guy, you can't put yourself at risk.
Right.
We're trying to win a Super Bowl here.
I agree.
I'm glad you're going to get the help you need, but this is exactly what we don't need out of a player, especially you. So I would be a little mad. And if you needed to move on from that guy, I would totally understand that. In the middle of all this, the first time I noticed that something was different about Puka was when he got thrown out for punching a guy. That was completely out of character. Remember that?
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like, whoa, where'd that come from?
Yeah.
So that was like the first deal, like maybe he's not aw shucks anymore. He kind of grew up, or he let his emotions spill over and he became bigger than the team at that moment.
Well,
that was weird. But if you have to move on from that guy, regardless of how good he is, I understand that completely. The last thing you want is that sort of element on this football team.
I'll be super, super just opportunistic here. And like, I'm not saying this is how they're doing it. I'm saying this is just a way to look at it.
Mm-hmm.
They kind of catch a break a little bit. They get another look. They get another chance to see another season, because if that production dips a little bit, now they have the tag option to them. They don't have to get into the long.
It's the best of all possible
That's
worlds. This
saying.
happened before you paid him.
Right.
Yeah.
That I can see like, you know what? Maybe the production comes down a little bit. Maybe he's a half a step slower. Maybe just some stuff. Maybe he gets dinged up. You don't know what it is. And now instead of being locked in for long term, I get a whole nother season, or at least a good chunk of a season, to kind of say, hey, show me a little more, show me a little more, show me a little more. And if it goes the wrong direction, the price could go down. I could make a different decision not to do it at all. It could go up. I'm not saying that but it's just, if this hadn't happened, by the time we got to week 1 of the season, I think this is a done deal. He's got his money, and we're all just, moving from there.
I guess the concern, or maybe concern's the wrong word, but I think just as a person, you don't often see a huge change within like a year or two.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe down the line, right? He kind of looks back and reflects on things. And I've seen it happen in the NBA with like one player, but it took many years to kind of go through the evolution of that, like appreciating what you had in the game, recognizing some of the things you weren't doing as a professional. But it's hard for me to see that Puka Nacua just is able to completely flip that mindset into next year.
It's rare.
But it could happen, and I suppose that certainly
grows beyond your control. I'm good. I'm going to make money. If you don't want me, I'll go play someplace else. That happens when you're that close to making a bunch of money, and all he has to do is clean up and go back and play. You're going to make that money again. It's not like he lost it; it's just delayed. So it is. It's just
if he stays on the straight and narrow.
I would assume at this point he would.
Who knows? I don't make that assumption.
After this, I would assume after this.
I go with what Mike was saying, and that is, I don't know. I'm just going to wait, because I think just about everybody that's ever been alive on this earth knows somebody that has been through stuff.
Yeah.
And it's very rare where the first time that blank really hits the fan and you have to address it, that you address it and it's done and everything's cool. It usually takes a time or two to go through stuff like this.
Now, that's different, getting clean, and what do you call that? Recovery.
Mm-hmm.
Or we'll just keep your missteps to the minimum. We'll give you a babysitter. You don't drive anymore.
Well, and I get
that type of stuff.
The only thing to add on to this.
You don't even have a phone. Here's a flip phone, that sort of stuff.
The only thing to add on to this, though, is that his on-field production was
a
still
monster.
Very. It did not slip. And
in
usually
the middle
you
of
see
all that, he was balling out of control.
Yeah,
should have been Offensive Player of the Year.
And so that's where, I guess in his mindset, it's sort of, that's where the sort of, oh, you guys don't, like, did you not watch the games? Like, I get that I'm not perfect, but hey, like, he does. Does anybody play harder?
No.
Right? And like does anybody put themselves, and so it's kind of,
but
some team's going to take
to your point, that's why I think it's just as likely as not that there is a regression, because it's like, this is how I've done it my whole life. It's always worked. I got in a little trouble and cleaned it. It's all good, but hey, let's go do it. Just that until something gets taken from you, it's really hard to kind of self-reflect and say, I need to do this, until he's still a relatively young person.
Could you see a trade?
That's what I mean. If you needed to separate from him, I wouldn't not be surprised. But I think what's going to happen is he's going to work himself clean. He'll come back out. He'll play, because you need to get to where you want to go, to get to that Jackson Smith and Jigba money. You're going to have to play here. If you go someplace else, you're that much farther away from it. You know what I mean?
I do.
Yeah.
I do. But we've seen a lot of people that are addicts, or that make really bad decisions because their disease gets the best of them. I mean, this is not apples to apples. This is a very different scenario. But go back to when the Angels signed.
I love you guys.
Good luck tonight, man.
When the Angels signed Josh Hamilton, and Josh Hamilton came on, and the Angels paid him, like gave him this huge deal. And then when Josh Hamilton came off the rails, and they did exactly what they gave him a guy. He wasn't allowed to handle cash. He wasn't able to do this and the other. And it still came unglued. Mm-hmm. And Artie Moreno and the Angels like, well, what the hell? It's like, dude, this is what happens with people that are addicts. This is what happens all the time, that there is recovery and there is relapse, and there's recovery and there's relapse. And this is what happens. And so I'm not saying any of this is going to happen to Puka. I'm just saying everything's on the table.
They were speculating because of that this is why he dropped in the draft. This ain't it. The reason he dropped in the draft, because he didn't run fast.
Yeah.
That's it. But this is the way he's always played. So this partying stuff is new. And it's not surprising, especially in Los Angeles. You just became a star overnight. There are people that know your name and want your attention.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And he went a little crazy in the offseason. Guess what? You wound up in rehab. Strike one. There ain't going to be a second pitch. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it might be 2 strikes on 1 pitch.
That's it, right.
Yeah.
That's it.
And now you got to find a way to stay up the bat.
Know. Right, yes. When they're comparing you to Antonio Brown, that ain't good.
Here's the other thing, too, and we talked about it in the middle of last season when it looked like the 14-3 prediction that I had was going to hold. But that he had the chance. The Rams had the opportunity to take over Los Angeles, and they need to, right? They need to make that step, another Super Bowl win, because
the best you can taking over L.A. Yeah.
What now?
The best you can do taking over L.A. It's going to be hard to
listen,
pass.
Raiders fans are generational, as we know.
Yeah.
Cowboys fans, Niners fans, not having a team here for so long, but it's in the community. But the Rams have not had that player. Matthew Stafford's amazing. Cooper Kupp is amazing. They were amazing. But they don't look like L.A., if you get my drift.
What's more L.A. than what Puka just did? That is all L.A.
But listen to what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Puka had an opportunity, if they win a Super Bowl or if they win one this year, which I hope they do, to be that younger talent that is ethnic that could really make a huge impact in Los Angeles. And he's screwing that part up as well, especially if he doesn't end up long-term with the Rams. If he goes to some other team, if he ends up becoming a Tennessee Titan,
you're
nobody
stuck
cares.
With the label.
Yeah, nobody cares.
Yeah.
So Puka really is blowing it on many fronts. And I don't know if he's an addict. Maybe he is. I don't know if he's going to rehab because he actually wants to, go up against his demons, or if he's just doing it because he's being forced to. And if he's just being forced to, he's not going to change his behavior, and that's unfortunate.
I think you brought up a really important part. I think, and I think the only person that knows the answer to this question is Puka himself. We could speculate, but we don't know. Is he doing this because he needs to clean up his image, and this is a good way to do it? Or is he doing it because he wants to change his life? And those two outcomes will be very different. If this is just I'll check the box, but I'm just waiting to get the heck out of here so I can go back and live my life all over again. Or I'm going to go in here and learn some methods and some coping mechanisms that are going to help me live my life more effectively moving forward, then great. And then maybe we are talking about one of the few exceptions where you go in the first time and it does stick, because that's not how it typically works.
Well, the best example of a guy that was flying a burning airplane was Johnny Manziel.
Mm-hmm.
Even his father said, this kid's got a problem.
Sure.
That's never been Puka. This is all new. So I think there is a chance, like you said, I think he's missing an opportunity, but there's also a chance for redemption. And who doesn't love a good comeback story in this town?
Absolutely.
Right. I learned my lesson. I am sorry. And he balls out the same way.
No, if he can do that, then he's all good.
It's not over.
No.
It's just we're at a point where it's like, okay, let's see what happens next.
Right.
Like we're kind of like at the end of Act 1. Like, okay, what's Act 2? Is Act 2 come back and be the best wide receiver in football, be the offensive player of the year, lead a team to a Super Bowl, become the face of the Rams in Los Angeles, and the guy that every kid going to school has got a number 12 on his back.
Yeah.
All of these things. Or is it man, what happened? That if that's Act 2, then it's up to him.
From a team perspective, like I said about Giannis, I don't care what he feels. You're my number one asset. I don't need you to get hurt.
Mm-hmm.
I get that you want to play. With Luka, hamstring is all I'm concerned about. I'm not going to win a championship. You're my number one asset. When I think of Puka being back out there on the field, it's not so different. How do I say this? It's different in football. What I mean to say is that first pick at 13,
100%.
I would put a receiver in that room in a heartbeat.
I couldn't agree more.
I am not going to base my whole franchise on you.
I can't.
You know what I mean?
I can't put my fate in your hands.
Yes.
I'm going to put it a little over here, a little over here, a little over
my
here.
My number one asset is 9.
Right.
Yes.
And he's been in the league for 47 years, and he's proven that he makes good decisions, and he's going to be the face and all these. Like, I can feel pretty good about this. There are some guys.
So is the next rookie.
Right. I can give a little here, a little here. I can give a lot here, but now all of a sudden I'm like, I'm going to take a little from you, and I'm going to put some more over there, and that some more over there could be Mekhi Lemon. It could be a handful.
And when
of
you
guys.
get mad that this kid is stealing targets, remember, you brought him here.
Oh, yeah.
You act right in the offseason, he's not here. We're taking the guard.
Well, and McVay has shown that
right.
they can move on.
Yeah,
they moved on from Cooper Kupp, moved on from Todd Gurley.
Goff.
Golf?
Yes.
They really moved on from
Cooper
Robert
Kupp.
Woods.
Yeah.
I mean, they'll move on.
Everybody, yes.
They're going to move on from Matthew Stafford at some point.
I think that's what
right?
Luka's going to learn.
That's
yeah.
To your point about how football is different, I don't have to have anybody. I can move on and we'll figure something else out. There's too many players. There's too many players on the team to have the entire fortune of the franchise tied up in one guy.
Your targets can become rush attempts just like that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, your targets can go to him, and him, and him, and him. And they can start someone else. But like I'm saying, I hope when he's away and he's learning and he's realizing that OTAs are getting ready to begin and you're not here, yeah.
Well,
if football is important to you, you'll put that other stuff to the side for a while.
It's Wednesday here. It's week 1 of the season. The Rams are in Australia. They're taking on the 49ers. They beat the tar out of the 49ers. They come back with a 20-point win. Matthew Stafford throws 4 touchdown passes, 2 of them to Puka Nacua. Puka Nacua has 125 yards and 10 catches. And we're like, that was a weird summer. Who cares, man?
Right.
Here we go. We're off to the races.
Yep.
And
It'll be a hiccup.
it's all in the rearview mirror.
Yep.
As long as we keep moving forward.
There we go.
And the second there's a TMZ who's reporting, let's have TMZ and the words Puka Nacua never appear next to each other for a very, very long time.
I have never seen a 6 months like that in my life. To where
a
you're
lot.
here to here.
It was a lot.
Oh my gosh.
It was a lot.
A lot.
Entirely like sometimes, you're on the 1 yard line about getting all your money. An injury happens.
Right.
Right? That they trade you. There could be a million different.
They were getting ready to hand you.
But JSN did him an incredible solid by signing that
first.
deal.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Now we know what the price is.
Absolutely.
Let's
And
get this done.
You could have been paid more. Yes. I think all this cost him the Offensive Player of the Year. All this negative, because he should have been that guy. And I love JSN. He had a fantastic year, and they won the Super Bowl. But no one played better than
I'm just trying to think of the timeline, like leading up to it, like the Super Bowl Twitter storm was not there. The bite mark was not there. The referee thing was there.
Yeah.
The dance was there.
Yeah,
the
but
live stream
anti-Semitism is a tough thing to come back from.
Okay, right.
And everybody was willing to kind of give him the, maybe
He
you didn't know.
Yeah.
But
I didn't know. I had no idea.
But listen, it's not a good look.
Did you know that before? Someone had to tell me. I didn't know what that was.
Well, it was explained to him by the host. This is what this is.
Before he did it or after?
As he was doing it.
Oh, okay.
And it's just here's the thing, that could have all been avoided if you just said, I don't need to go on your podcast right now. I'm in the middle of a playoff run. I'm trying to win a Super Bowl. I don't need to go on your gaming podcast with some I think it was a gamer, right?
I honestly don't know.
Neon and
yeah. Well,
Adine Ross.
Aiden Ross.
Aiden
He
Ross.
started off
Yeah.
as a gamer. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what this makes me think of, and it's
Is it Aiden or Dean?
Aiden.
Yeah.
Okay.
LeBron
Neon, I wanna
James
punch. Yeah.
was in the center of the brightest spotlight for nearly 30 years now.
Yeah.
And the air quote worst thing he ever did was go on TV and say where he's going to play next. I mean, give me a break.
At least nothing you can prove.
But DeMarco, what is
Nothing.
There's not even any whispers out there.
Barkley said it. It's the most remarkable thing ever.
It's
that you
an
can be this
extraordinary run
It
of
is.
not do what Chris just said. Hey, you want to show? He didn't go on a podcast and say something. And everyone, dude, what the hell? Like there's some stuff that goes, oh, dude, shut up.
Yeah.
But so what? That's not harmful to anybody. It's just, can you please stop talking?
Right.
Can you please stop being passive aggressive? Can you please, not do this or that on your social media? But there was never a, dude, you went on with those guys? You said what? You did like 25 years of none of that stuff? That's extraordinary. Look at Tiger Woods.
The only LeBron thing was stepping up to Stephen A.
Like, even that. It's like he's defending the honor of his son. It's not like it was a anti-Semitic touchdown dance.
That's true.
It was relatively, if anything, you could be looked at as.
Didn't George get mad at him for a minute for the Taco Tuesday thing?
George Sedano?
Yeah.
I
Sedano
don't
said
think so.
It kind of got funny for a while. Like it stopped being funny to him. I remember him saying that.
A lot of the stuff he did stopped being funny, but
Yeah.
it wasn't anti-Semitic.
It
wasn't where he's checking into a facility. It wasn't where he's on TMZ with his teeth buried into some woman's shoulder. It was like
or
it's
just
harmless
pass
stuff.
out in a Sprinter van. He's just dumb.
Well, who hasn't done that?
No, he's just dumb. Honestly, thus far he's dumb.
That you can't call him dumb.
Of course
Well,
I can.
I
That's
guess you
dumb.
You've opened yourself up.
So wait a minute. Whoa.
No. He's young. He's young.
I was young, and I wasn't that dumb. Now, I didn't have millions of dollars,
Well,
but he doesn't
I'm
have
sure
millions of dollars.
I'm sure you've done some dumb stuff. Just
You're right.
but
I wasn't
you doing
videotaped
it wasn't
doing
a
it.
story.
I wasn't videotaped doing it.
I know. That's what I mean. It wasn't a story
I'll
when
be
you
honest.
did it. We've all done dumb
I've done
stuff.
a lot of dumb things that if there had been a video of it, I would have looked like a pretty big dumbass. I don't think I'm a dumb person, but if there were 10 videos or 10 incidents, then I think it's more like, dude, did they catch you on your worst day, or are you loading?
I do wonder, where's your family? Because
Well,
if I'm acting up like that, my family would have been at my house the first sign of a problem.
Yeah.
But here's the other thing, real quick, because I know we got to take a timeout. He is privileged to work with an organization. This isn't the Raiders that has its history of a lot of damage within the organization and players doing goofy stuff. He's with the Rams.
Yeah.
You have Sean McVay, who's a brilliant coach. He's a massive offensive weapon. You can't tell me that he can't go to McVay.
Once they leave the building, man, they're on their own.
But you're also going to say that McVay can't help mentor him and say, "Hey, listen." By the way,
shows up.
Your coach went out there after the
Yeah.
after the podcast incident. Your coach went out there and defended you and said, "We're sorry. This
he
won't.
shows up
This won't happen
in the
again."
building. He works harder than everyone else on the football team. He doesn't make a mistake. He's great in meetings. What can you do as a coach? Inside the
No,
building.
I'm not blaming this on
inside
McVay.
the
I'm blaming
building,
this
he's
on
perfect.
Puka
Yeah.
for not saying, "Hey, I don't want to let my coach down. I'm going to get my act together."
But if he's lost in the woods, he's lost in the woods.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think the point that DeMarco also makes is, where is his family exactly?
That is surprising because they're at every game and they're very tight knit.
But they can't force him to not do dumb
And I've
stuff.
seen
You know what I mean?
I've seen people go rogue sometimes even on their own. Didn't Baker Mayfield go through some stuff? His family robbed him.
A lot of people go through a lot of things, but he's not 11 years old. He's 25 or 6. At some point, you're responsible for what happens to you. And not that you can't get support from your family, not that your family can't be doing things that maybe are unsupportive, but he's responsible for him.
Yeah.
And the coach can offer advice. The coach can offer some guardrails. He's not going to, babysit him.
And
this
by the
might
way,
be the first time he's going to realize that football can be taken from him.
And by the way, Baker
Yeah.
Mayfield did have some stuff in his college years,
Mhm.
and he dealt with that. Then he became the number 1 pick.
Right.
And then he was just an a-hole. But I
Yeah.
rooted for him in Cleveland because I thought
too.
he's the best quarterback, and he's taken the Browns further than they've ever again. And look at what the Browns have done since Baker Mayfield, an absolute dumpster fire. So Baker Mayfield had his stuff when he was in college, and then he became the number 1 pick and seemed to have calmed it down again, other than just being an a-hole to a lot of people. But he hasn't had continuous
I don't
stuff.
see Manziel here. I don't. I really don't.
To your point, these are less.
Cade McNown lost his entire career by doing this.
I think the Manziel thing, they weren't just red flags. They were literally like alarm bells going
Correct.
off about what's
And they
going
still
on.
picked him.
I
Yeah.
don't think that's this, but that doesn't mean it can't turn into something crazy.
Right.
Well, Jimmy Haslam picked.
right. Again.
I think-
again. Yeah.
Jerry was going to pick him, and then Steven and the Jones kids held him back to
We're
picking
taking him. Yeah, right.
Yeah, had he had access to his phone in that moment, or the little bat phone, or whatever it is they use to call in
Because
those
Jerry
picks?
he saw dollar signs.
Oh, he would have done it. Stephen Jones gets credit for not doing that along the way.
Join ESPN LA for a Lakers watch party. It's going to happen tonight in just about 90 minutes or about 2 hours at Kelsey's Inside Pechanga Resort Casino in Temecula. Enjoy the game, score autographed Lakers basketballs, and enter for your chance to win Lakers playoff tickets. As I said in the promo, don't give up hope. Be there with your fellow Lakers fans. Don't let people like Travis and DeMarco who say it's over. Don't let them stop you from having a good time. Spots are limited. I think you can still make your reservation at ESPNLA.com. If not, just go there to find out more information so you can be there in the house tonight. Party, party, oh party. Again, you can win Lakers playoff tickets, great merch. Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino, the official Native American resort and casino of the Los Angeles Lakers. We'll see you tonight at Kelsey's inside Pechanga Resort Casino.
Nothing to see here.
No, we're all good.
Nothing to see here. The house is not on fire.
Got a little straight up coming up next.
Bad guy. You're a bad guy.
Masters related straight up coming up.
I'll have to come back. I got to go get some coffee and freshen up a little bit. It's been a long run.
You got the Laker game tonight.
I'm just popping in, popping out.
Coffee? 5:30 in the afternoon.
I'm going to be up till like 10.
Oh, boy.
What do you mean?
Just go over there. Throw the flag. Go over and crash at the.
No, I gotta do some cardio tonight. I missed it last night. I fell asleep early.
All right.
And then Sua texts me every night. Yeah, but Sua was not great yesterday on the air. There you go, Beto. I just critiqued him on the air.
Boy.
No, he was just like too laid back.
He was great on the air with us on Thursday.
I heard about that.
Yeah.
And
He was
I
terrific.
I heard about it, then I went back and listened. It was really good.
He was terrific.
Yeah.
What was it? The Cravens crash out? That was great.
That was really funny.
That was funny.
But he DM'd me like, "Oh, did you work out tonight?" And I'm like, "No,
go.
I'm about to fall asleep." And he goes, "You should go work out."
Get
And I
on
did.
it. Get
I'm
on
going to
it.
make sure I work
There
out
you go.
tonight.
All right, get your coffee.
I'm
Got
going to
a
I'm going to put on my crop top.
little
just like
Masters
DeAndre.
straight up coming up next. It's DeMarco and Trav, ESPN LA.
Mornings in LA start with Sedano and Cap.
And did you hear about Kyle Shanahan?
Well, that's the sound we're about to play.
Okay, jerk face, I'm working with you here so we can work in unison.
Weekdays starting at 7 a.m. on ESPN LA.
See this? You don't have to be so snarky about it.
Well, I didn't know where you were going.
Face. God.
That's why I set it up.
sound, you know?
That's what I was trying to do.
At least right, we're doing it together, like as a unit.
I didn't know.
Yesterday, I got called a doofus. Okay?
I didn't know we were working together on it.
And George told me yesterday, doofus is a much lighter, easier,
Oh yeah,
sweeter
no,
thing to
this
say.
was annoying because of it, just the tone.
Right.
Well, I didn't know if you were about to cut me
like
off
I
or
can't
what.
tell that you're setting it up by the way you're talking.
Well, you didn't give us a lot on Aaron Glenn, so I thought maybe you were doing something else, so I was going to try to steer it. That's all.
No, it wasn't.
Trying to help you.
They signed the guy.
Listen, doofus.
The hell kind of question is that?
Yes, thank you.
The Morning Show with Sedano and Cap. Weekdays starting at 7 a.m. on ESPN Los Angeles.
Welcome to Pacific Palms Resort, a full-service destination in the San Gabriel Valley. Stay in spacious, first-class accommodations with stunning views and savor an unforgettable meal at Red Restaurant and Bar, the hottest dining experience in the San Gabriel Valley, featuring culinary delights designed to excite even the most refined palate. Tee off on one of our 2 PGA-designed golf courses, a favorite among seasoned golfers, then relax at our Oasis pool or indulge in a rejuvenating spa treatment. Discover luxury hospitality at its finest at Pacific Palms Resort.
John Ireland here, and before the lights come up at Crypto.com Arena, make your night legendary at Javier's downtown. A SoCal tradition for decades, Javier's is where timeless recipes meet modern elegance. Handcrafted margaritas, premium tequila, coastal Mexican flavors, always a part of the celebration. Whether you're courtside or catching a concert, start your evening where LA gathers for that unmistakable Javier's experience. Javier's newest location is just steps from the arena. Javier's downtown. Tradition, taste, and an amazing start to your evening.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, U.S. Tax Shield can help you take back control. The IRS can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Our team of tax attorneys can stop collections and get you protected. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the BBB, so call 800-494-6139. U.S. Tax Shield, 800-494-6139.
Evan Cohen here. Game day brings the excitement. Your stay should feel just as memorable. With Marriott Bonvoy, official hotel partner of the NCAA and U.S. Soccer, you're connected to a portfolio of brands designed for how you travel. Some offer complimentary breakfast, others give you room to spread out, space to stay productive, or extended stay comforts. So whether you're a traveling fan or part of the team, Marriott Bonvoy celebrates the moments that live on before and after the game. Marriott Bonvoy, where game day checks in.
ESPN LA is black and gold. Follow LAFC on the quest for trophies all season long. Every match, every pass, every goal. The home of LAFC is 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
The No Stress Sports Talk Express to the DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show. It is time for Straight Up with Sweet Tea Travis Rogers. Straight Up on the DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show, made possible by Blue Ice Vodka. Blue Ice Vodka, America's largest potato vodka, double gold rated, just 64 calories an ounce, and made from Idaho potatoes. Clean, smooth, no additives. Blue Ice Vodka, premium taste, nothing extra. Let's do it Straight Up with Travis Rogers right now.
All right, so the Masters tournament starts on Thursday. Rory McIlroy is your defending champion, and if you are a fan of golf like Chris is and like I am, there's probably a pretty good chance that this is your favorite tournament of the year. It's the only major that is played on the same course every single year. It is beautiful. It is almost always an exciting finish, and it's just an incredible sport event. Now, there's a lot of stuff about the golf club itself and the history of the golf club. Not so great, right? Not so great. There's some history there. There's more than a little.
Things happen.
You don't have to elaborate.
Right. More than a little. However, every sporting event should take a page out of the Masters when it comes to how you treat your customers, or in the case of the Masters, their patrons.
Mm-hmm.
There is a list of what the concessions cost. We were just talking a little bit a second ago about how a beer at a baseball game is north of $20 now. A bag of peanuts can cost you $15. A hot dog can be $9, $10, $11 along the way. Anybody want to take a guess at what a Masters pimento cheese sandwich might cost at the tournament this year?
It's like $5, isn't it?
Try again.
$10.
Lower?
Lower.
Yeah, it's like $2.50.
Lower.
Is it $1.50?
It's $1.50.
$1.50.
Those people got money. They
It's
can afford the $20
$1.50.
sandwich.
And that's the Dodgers don't have money?
No. I'm saying the people that go to the Masters.
Actually, the people that go to the Masters don't necessarily have money.
It's kind of a lottery system.
Yeah.
You get it. Ready? Egg salad sandwich, pimento cheese sandwich, club sandwich, barbecue beef sandwich, chicken salad, ham and cheese, Georgia Peace ice cream sandwich. $1.50 is the cheapest thing on the menu. $3 is the most expensive.
You can get the whole menu for like $79, right?
And I think beer is what, $5?
Yeah. So you're thinking, okay, the food's cheap, Trav, but the alcohol is where they're going to get you, right? What do you think a can of soda might cost you at Augusta?
$1.
Real close.
$2? Okay.
It's cheaper than a vending machine.
Yeah. Wow.
I mean, like a lot cheaper than a vending machine. And you want to take a guess what a bottle of water might cost you?
$1.50.
$2 as well. The big one, okay? Alcohol. The markup on alcohol, crazy. Guesses?
$7.
Close, but lower.
$6.50.
$6.
Whoa.
You can get a beer at the Masters tournament for $6.
I don't remember a lot of people getting slosh bucket drunk at the Masters,
they'll
though.
drag
Well,
your
yeah,
ass
they'll-
out
That's what I
of there
thought.
You will
so
vanish,
fast.
and you will not exist anymore.
They don't have to worry about that.
You're not allowed to run at Augusta National. You think they're going to let you get sideways drunk? Not
Even
a
when
chance.
it's cheap?
Not. Now, I'm sure that if you are one of those guys that can keep your stuff together, you might be able to put a few away and sit there quietly. You can, if you reserve your seat next to a green, you just put your little tripod chair down. Nobody touches it. You walk right back in. You go sit right back in your spot.
Wow.
There's a lot of problems with that, but cheap concessions and good seating is not one of them.
We should bring that to every stadium.
Imagine if they just had like one night a year where they threw back the prices at Dodger Stadium. And you don't even have to throw them back to like the 60s or something where these prices are from. Throw them back to 20 years ago.
The 80s.
There you go. The 80s. Yeah.
Throw back to the 80s
Crazy.
for a little while. Wow.
That is a bananas amount of money.
If you got like $6 beers, you might have to indulge.
But remember, this is Augusta National is something. I was actually watching something on Instagram, popped up. And this was when I first got into sports radio, the whole Martha Burke, Hootie Johnson, when Martha Burke said that a woman should be able to join Augusta National. And Hootie Johnson said no. And so sponsors basically threatened the Masters like, hey, listen, this isn't good PR.
But you skipped one part of it. So Martha Burke went to the Masters and said, you don't have any female membership. And Hootie Johnson said, no, ma'am, we do not. and she said, well, when are you going to do that? And she said, when we decide to do it. And she said, well, I'm going to boycott your sponsors.
Right.
And the Masters historically usually has 2 or 3. It's like Mercedes, IBM, like really high level sponsorship. So Hootie Johnson at the time said, oh, you think so? What they did was, we're just going to run the commercials, or we're going to run the Masters commercial free. We won't
For
do
2
sponsors.
years.
I remember this.
For 2 years,
they lost $200 million, and they didn't care.
They
They're
don't
like,
care.
whatever. You're not going to tell us what to do with our golf tournament.
Gosh,
And guess what they didn't do? Let any women in until they decided they wanted to do it, which they have now done, not nearly that long ago. But Shane Gillis has Tom Segura's got a pretty funny bit about that whole thing. There's a lot of weird, bad stuff going on there, but you simply have no leverage over those guys.
No.
None. We're going to boycott your sponsors. Not if we don't have
you can
any.
get $6 beers, and $1.50 hot dog.
$1.50 pimento cheese sandwich.
By the way, I just saw the picture from the Champions Dinner that happened tonight. Rory McIlroy's the champion, so he has the Champions Dinner. And the tradition is, if you've won a green jacket, you go to the Champions Dinner.
Yeah.
Right? Well, no, I'm saying if you have a Masters
the
champion
defending
at
champion
point,
sets the menu.
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
But everybody goes. This is the first time I can remember that a Masters Champions Dinner picture has happened without Phil and Tiger. Meaning, Tiger has not been there for everyone. Phil has not been there for everyone. Usually one of them is.
It's the first time, I believe, I read this morning. I think it's the first time since 1996 that one or both of them will not be there.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Because Phil ain't showing
What's
up.
wrong with Phil?
Well, he said he's got
It's
some
got a family
stuff.
matter.
But I also think they just told him, listen, just please don't show up.
They don't like
not,
Phil?
Not particular. Nobody does.
Nobody
Like
really
Phil.
does.
What's wrong with Lefty?
A lot of things.
A lot of things. A lot of things.
Yeah, we have shop talk to get to, or else we could spend the rest of the show. Phil really kind of peed in the pool with just about everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
okay. Tell me off air.
Yeah.
Is it bad?
It's pretty bad.
It's pretty bad?
It's pretty
Okay.
bad.
Cappy knows guys that Phil owes a lot of money to. So.
Yeah, and Cappy's not the only one that can say that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Like, and when we say a lot of money, we're talking 7 figures. What's on tap today on ESPN LA? The Lakers are back home to take on the Thunder. The Toyota Lakers Countdown with Beto starts in just a few minutes. 6 p.m. with tip-off at 7:30. Catch it on your afternoon drive on 7:10 a.m. or in crystal clear digital audio on the all-new ESPN LA app. Brought to you by Michelob Ultra, a superior taste worth playing for. The official beer sponsor of the Los Angeles Lakers. Please enjoy responsibly.
Dodgers with a 3-0 lead over Toronto. It's the bottom of the 6th inning. Yamamoto has been Yamamotoing the you-know-what out of this game. He's been absolutely brilliant, and I'm sure everyone in Toronto is sick of his face across the board. He's just been absolutely killing them.
Can't boo him for doing his job.
Every time he goes out there, he's doing it again. No runs through 6 innings so far. Straight Up with me, Travis Rogers, sponsored by Blue Ice Vodka, America's largest potato vodka, double gold rated. Just 64 calories an ounce and made from Idaho potatoes. Clean, smooth, no additives. Blue Ice Vodka, premium taste, nothing extra. So 1 out, runner at second, bottom of the 6th inning. And Yamamoto, by the way, bottom of the 6th inning, he's only thrown 74 pitches. So it's been a very, very efficient
110 wins.
Maybe
110 wins.
Let's talk about it when we come back. There's some, like, I want to point out one thing about how silly this whole lineup can actually be at times. We'll get into that and a little shop talk right around the corner. DeMarco and Travis, ESPN LA.
You never know what you're going to get when you wake up with Sedano and Cap.
Because I'm not you doofus. Hey, listen.
Doofus,
better
that's
than
a new
jerk
one.
face.
Doofus is a new one.
Write it down, Cappy.
Oh, Lakers fans, this is when we don't give up hope and we gather around together to watch the Lakers against the Thunder Tuesday night at Kelsey's at Pechanga Resort Casino. Tuesday night, 7 p.m. at Kelsey's. We're going to party, watch the Lakers game together, win fabulous prizes, and cheer on our purple and gold. Here's what I want you to do. Go to ESPNLA.com right now. Click the Lakers Pechanga logo. Make your reservation to join us Tuesday night at Kelsey's at Pechanga Resort Casino with ESPN LA for an official watch party.
The experience of a drink without sacrificing tomorrow. Check it out at arkbeverages.com. That's ARKAY beverages.com. RK, all the flavor, none of the alcohol.
Hey, it's Rich Eisen for Pella Windows and Doors. Sometimes teams take a timeout to regroup and call the right play. When it comes to your home, Pella Windows and Doors always has the winning game plan. They're not just window and door experts. They're experts at taking care of you and your home. At Pella, they find the products that meet your needs and their experts install them. They do it every day, and that's why your neighbors trust them. Discover why Pella is a trusted choice for homeowners everywhere. Visit Pella.com/Eisen today. That's Pella.com/Eisen.
Harry Douglas here. Game day brings the excitement. Your stay should feel just as memorable. With Marriott Bonvoy, official hotel partner of the NCAA and U.S. Soccer, you're connected to a portfolio of brands designed for how you travel. Some offer complimentary breakfast, others give you room to spread out, space to stay productive, or extended stay comforts. So whether you're a traveling fan or part of the team, Marriott Bonvoy celebrates the moments that live on before and after the game. Marriott Bonvoy, where game day checks in.
10 minutes in front of 6 o'clock on Live Imaging Tuesday, presented by Providence, the DeMarco Travis Afternoon Show. Final segment, time for a little shop talk, Trap.
All right, let's start with this. That I wasn't here yesterday, so we didn't get a chance to talk about it too much. I'm assuming you guys probably touched on it at some point or another. Mookie Betts is on the 10-day IL and will probably miss at least that much, if not a little more time. Mookie Betts is... Let's be a little disrespectful to Mookie. One of the 10 or 15 best players in the world.
Okay.
He's probably better than that.
Yes.
They're not going to miss a beat.
At all.
That's how silly this lineup is right now, where you can take one of the best players, an MVP, a deadlock cinch Hall of Famer, a 4-time World Series champion, and take him out of the lineup and go like, yeah, okay.
It's ridiculous.
It really is remarkable. And I started thinking about it. I think the only person that if you took him out of the lineup, you'd be like, yeah, you're gonna notice his absence.
Shohei.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Even if you took Freddie out, even if you took Max
We talked
Muncy or
about
Will
this.
Smith.
You actually deserve it. I didn't know that Frank McCourt was paying a shrink or some dude. What was the guy's name from yesterday? Some psychic?
Oh, yeah. No, they had all sorts of weird folks on the payroll
Marcus
there.
brought that up.
Yeah.
Some psychic actually on the payroll?
Well, they were basically
sending good vibes
and siphoning money from the team so his wife could have a presidential run. There was all sorts of bizarre stuff going on.
All you deserve this run right now, going through that nonsense.
They deserve it. They got a lot of really good
you know
players
who looked
there.
good? Kim looked good.
He had another double tonight. He scored another run tonight.
I mean, in the field.
Yeah, no, they're going to be just fine.
Dalton rushing.
That's an interesting one.
Dalton crushing.
You know, we can talk about him a little bit more tomorrow. We have a little bit more time to do it, but it just goes to show you that if you get to play a little bit, you're going to play better.
Yes.
Like I bet you it's been a really long time since he played back-to-back games. And he got to play Sunday in D.C., he played Monday in Toronto, and he tore the cover off the ball in both games. As opposed to, hey, you're going to play today, you're going to sit for a week, you're going to play next Sunday, sit for another week, getting to see pitches back-to-back days.
What do you do when you're not playing in baseball?
You take batting practice, you stay loose, you try to do your thing, but you sit there and you watch the game.
You just watch the game, period.
Yeah, because there's, especially the backup catcher almost never plays.
Yeah. Because
if something happens to, you can't use him as a pinch hitter very often.
Can you help Will Smith as a backup, like a backup quarterback? You have a backup catcher that helps, another pair of eyes.
Maybe a little bit, but Will Smith knows a lot more than Dalton Rushing, so the experience level is kind of tilted the other way. All right, let's start with some birthdays. Jackie Chan turned 72 years old today.
We'll still kick our butts.
Yeah, Jackie looks pretty good for 72.
He does. Absolutely.
Russell Crowe looks maybe less good for 62.
Yeah, I think he ate himself out of some big roles.
What's the one that's on TV right now?
Nuremberg?
Nuremberg.
Yeah, he's big.
When I saw Russell Crowe, I'm like, that's Russell Crowe?
There's a whole lot of them.
Chopped?
He is. Oh my God. Man. So we were having a conversation up at my mom and dad's this week, and all the kids, Susan was there, and we were having the difference between chopped and a chud. Do you know the difference, DeAndre?
I don't know what the
I still don't. I was hoping you could help me through it. Like chud is worse than chopped, but if you're a chopped chud, that's the worst thing.
A chopped chud.
Yeah. There was a lot going on, and there'd been a lot of
cannibalistic humanoid underground dwellers.
That's right. Yeah. That's right. Clark Peters turned 74 today. You know who Clark Peters is?
I do not know who Clark
Lester
Peters.
Freeman from The Wire.
Oh, my God. No way.
Yeah.
Lester's a hump.
Yeah.
Yes. Lester's not a hump.
Lester turns 74 today.
He found the bodies in the vacants, right?
He knew.
That was the guy.
You find one of these fasteners, you open that door, there's going to be a dead body in there.
I got it. Sorry. So chud means you're a jerk.
Oh,
And
okay.
chop means you're ugly. So if you're a chop chud, you're an ugly jerk.
There's a movie called Chud.
I remember that.
Yeah, cannibalistic humanoid underground dwellers. Yes.
1933, prohibition in the United States was repealed for beer of no more than 3.2% alcohol by weight.
Really?
Yes.
No way. I wonder how much beer cost back then.
Probably the same as the cost of the Masters right about now. Probably
True.
not that much different.
Right.
Okay, so that was in 1933, prohibition repealed for beer. Fast forward to 1959, Oklahoma finally ended their statewide prohibition.
Dang.
1959? Way to go, Oklahoma.
There was some money being spread around.
I was going to say, what did Al
Yeah.
Capone have a little
bit.
toehold down there in Oklahoma? Booker T. Washington becomes the first African American to be depicted on a United States postage stamp in 1940.
I think we have one of those.
The stamp?
In our family somewhere. I think my great aunt has one.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Bet you that's worth a couple of pennies.
It's a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's got a whole bunch of stuff like that.
Is she a stamp collector?
Yeah, collects. She's got like Kareem had the Buffalo Soldier uniforms.
Okay.
I think she's got one of them.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she's got a lot of things like that. Yeah.
1962, the number one hit, Johnny Angel. Chris, you might know this one. Do you know who the artist that performed Johnny Angel was? Johnny Angel, and I love you.
It's right on the tip of my tongue. I can't remember.
Never heard it.
Shelley Fabares, perhaps?
Fabares. Yeah.
She also was the love interest on the show Coach. She was Craig T. Nelson's
Oh, that's
girlfriend.
right.
You're kidding
Coach.
me.
That's the only reason I know who she is.
This is the song?
This is it.
That's right.
Yeah.
First time I'm hearing this.
Really?
Yeah. Never heard this.
Wow.
And then she was on a sitcom in the 80s.
Sounds very 1962.
I loved
I like
Coach as a
Sue
kid.
Sue.
It was a good show.
I loved Coach.
Dauber, and what was the assistant coach's name that was a dummy?
Can't remember.
I thought it was Dauber.
Jerry Van
Dauber
Dyke.
was the Jerry Van Dyke was the actor. Dauber was like kind of the
Meathead.
the steakhead.
Yeah.
But the assistant coach was the guy that kept messing
other
everything
guy.
up.
Okay, yeah.
1967, Roger Ebert published his first film review in the Chicago Sun-Times.
No way.
Do we even have film critics anymore? Or is it just Rotten Tomatoes?
Yeah, everybody in
It's
this
just
room.
Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, I don't think we have that anymore. John Wayne won a Best Actor Oscar for his True Grit role in 1969.
Did that win 2 Oscars?
I don't know. I know it didn't win Best Picture because that was the year the Midnight Cowboy won.
No,
Best
I'm
Picture.
talking about the remake with Big
Brolin.
Lebowski.
Oh, no, you're right with
Didn't he win for the same role?
Bridges.
Yeah, Jeff Bridges.
I don't know.
I think that he might have won for the same role. I love that movie, True Grit.
Bunch of baseball movies came out on this day. 1976, The Bad News Bears was released.
Oh, Tanner Boyle.
Tanner is pretty crazy. And poor Timmy Lupus.
Oh,
You know,
poor
maybe people wouldn't
Lupus.
pick on you so much if you.
Come on, Lupus.
Lupus was hard. Major League came out in 1989. Very, very good baseball.
You ruined it for me.
Major League?
You ruined
because
Major
of
League.
Wesley Snipes?
Because of Wesley Snipes.
I didn't
never
ruin it
noticed
for you.
until
Wesley
you pointed
Snipes
it out.
ruined it for you.
It was so
They
good.
don't show him swing a bat, really, or throw. The Sandlot was in 1993.
I love that movie.
It might be. It's in the conversation for best baseball movie of
I
all
agree.
time. I don't think it's the winner, but it's certainly on the short
I
list.
think for me it is just because of the time that I grew up and obviously Benny the Jet Rodriguez, like as a
Absolutely.
Latina, I'm like, yes, let's go.
All of those characters, plus it had Wendy Peppercorn,
Yeah.
who Squints ultimately married, which is good for Squints. DeAndre, is tomorrow the half shirt day?
I don't know when the half shirt
can't
day
wait.
is.
All right, well, we'll
Let's
figure
do
it out.
it.
Beware
Chris,
of baby
good luck
oil.
at the Laker game and good luck on your workout. And we'll see you all
Thank you.
tomorrow. It's DeMarco and Travis, ESPN LA.
John Ireland here, and before the lights come up at Crypto.com Arena, make your night legendary at Javier's downtown. A SoCal tradition for decades, Javier's is where timeless recipes meet modern elegance. Handcrafted margaritas, premium tequila, coastal Mexican flavors, always a part of the celebration. Whether you're courtside or catching a concert,